Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. It's a terrific Tuesday night, and we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We got WWE NXT on tap tonight. A stacked card, a stacked night. The go-home show for Halloween Havoc spooky season is upon us, and so much more. Get in that chat, click all the buttons, be a part of the family, be a part of the show, and strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream, and we are the channel that just covers more live wrestling than anybody else out there. Hope everyone out there is happy, healthy, and safe. You kicking off your week and rolling through Tuesday. We're rolling real fast with a lot of wrestling going on. Tonight, a very full night, a very lady heavy night. We got lots of the ladies on this card tonight. It is a stacked show. Lots to build up for a Halloween Havoc. And as I said, get in that chat, click all the buttons. Don't forget the little reaction buttons. They help the algorithm. If you haven't hit like yet, make sure you do so. Share this with everybody. You know, we want to see triple digits in the chat each and every night as we continue to grow and grind towards 6K. But, ladies and gentlemen, for the next couple hours, you will be strapped in with Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube, and Mr. Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I am Big Nick, and yes, my guy, I don't know if heavy and women is a proper term to put together when it comes to this.
The lady heavy night.
Well, at this point, you can't deny anybody out there that's saying that they have a better women's wrestling division. It's a bold-faced lie compared to NXT, because literally we've got tag team matches aplenty here and star power galore too with this too as well.
Yeah, lots of ramifications going into the weekend. But yeah, the women's division represented in a strong way tonight. Again, we just added Giulia. We got Stephanie. Delta's on the way. Of course, Fatal Attraction. Fatal Influence is also in the mix. And of course, the two ladies that a lot of people are talking about as far as going to the next level. And in Lash and Jakara taking on Io and Kairi Sane. So again, a very busy night here with NXT. We're looking forward to a lot of this action, and little things are going to happen tonight. We're going to get the champion and the former champion kind of face to face, talking about what's going to happen on the weekend. We got lots to figure out before we get to Halloween Havoc. The Wheel of Doom, I believe, is still in the building, so that shall be interesting. But yeah, and then a whole bunch of side stories going on. You know, they just announced NXT at the 2300 Arena. So much going on, Nick, and welcome back, sir.
Right. Hi. I had to take, a day because I came down with the sickness, like Disturbed. I was down with the sickness. But yeah, and especially I do want to talk about, I know we've talked about it, I think, on Friday, and we probably mentioned again, because did they show up on Raw last night, Lash and Jakara? Because they've been showing up on every show at this point. And I feel like their match with the Sky Pirates there is pretty much kind of their like final kind of test match, I guess, before they jump pretty much official like a referee whistle to the main roster.
Yeah, I feel like they're that close. And yes, they did show up last night. They did make their presence felt. Jakara and Lash look like they belong. They look like stars. They look ready to go. I like it. I like it a lot. I think there's a lot of upside here. And again, the division is growing. The division is building. People are talking about the potential of an all-women's pay-per-view, kind of running back Evolution 2. We'll see. We'll see. But again,
at this point, you have the talent. You could do that, especially if you're bringing in like a Delta.
Yeah, 100%. You got Delta coming. We don't know who else they're going to bring into the mix. We still have in-house talent that's developing and getting better. Right. We got talent that's over in TNA, doing stuff over there, including Sol Ruca and Wendy. There's a lot of moving parts and a lot of good talent. Plus, we're heading into the next couple months. What happens with Jordan? Is there anyone else that comes out of that group? I mean, again, I don't think there's many places right now that are booking the women this prevalent, this consistent.
That pretty much, you name what you would figure all the stars right now in NXT, they're all women. It's Roxanne, it's Giulia, it's Stephanie, it's all women. at the top of this on top of this brand, I'd say. I mean, obviously you've got Trick, but I mean, the women's division, I think, has more depth than the men's division does on NXT, respectfully.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But I will quickly say, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. If you didn't know and you missed it, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We're about 9 minutes from the start of the show tonight. We're looking forward to this one, as I mentioned, but make sure you get in that chat. Make sure you join us. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do that as well. Click like, click share, check out our library, check out all our content, check out all the fun stuff. But we are here all week long as we head towards Saturday, Bound for Glory, Sunday, Halloween Havoc, and then all the way to next Saturday where we get Crown Jewel, where they just added Bronson Reed, Seth Rollins, because that was chaos last night. Plus, we do have a new IC title holder as well.
Which, for anyone out there, that's all. Why did they take it off of Jey so fast? We knew this was coming, folks. I know we were all excited Jey won, but we knew this was coming. Jey's not going to go into the bloodline storyline that we all know is going to happen with the IC belt. And now this gives a reason, this gives motivation for why Jey might want to talk to Jimmy, might want to talk to Roman, because he just got jumped by the bloodline 2.0 too.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, again, I don't understand the fans because again, it's just negativity on top of negativity. And again, there's supposed to be, when a babyface loses, there's supposed to be disappointment. Oh, I can't believe that happened. That's what they wanted to happen. And they did it extremely well. You were actually the one that kind of said, I don't see Jey going into the feud with the bloodline with the belt, even though he won it. How are they going to handle that? And that's kind of what they had to work out last night. And I thought they did a phenomenal job. Stories. It's stories. The title, I hate to say this, is a bit of a prop, guys. Like, it means something in the business, but they're telling stories, and the stories are strong. Anyone out there that is a little bit perturbed by the situation, well, follow along because it's about to get really good.
Oh, absolutely. And Boston, I see your comment there. We'll get to the chat here in a quick second. But yes, I wasn't talking to anyone, I believe, specifically in our chats or anything like that, because we're all sensible-minded people, right, Boston? But yeah, no, I've just seen a lot of people online of like, I can't believe they took it off so fast. Like even Keish sitting there putting out the question mark tweet and everything like that. Like, my guy, as someone who was in the business, you should know that your son was not walking in there as the only guy on the bloodline side holding gold, respectfully. So if they weren't going to do it now, they were going to do it sooner rather than later.
Yeah, plus I said it on Friday and I said it last night. They needed a way to get Jey into this that it wasn't necessarily just forgive Roman. Like, we've been very critical of other storylines or other wrestling where your beliefs are fickle. Your beliefs in what you're doing flip-flop. Jey doesn't want to necessarily forgive Roman, kind of like what we just saw with Cody. This is a good way to tie it all together without having, you might get that moment between Jey and Roman, but right now, Jey now has a mutual enemy and a reason to come off the bench. That's good storytelling.
Stories are done better when there's actual reasoning throughout it. Characters are done better when there's reasoning, there's justification for their actions, and that's 100% now what you've given Jey in this moment of now he's justified. It's not him bending the knee to go back to Roman now. It's a unified front of, well, they screwed me over just like they all been screwing you over. So I've tried to talk to him, you've tried to talk to him. So now it gives a reason for them to be pulled together. That's the thing, is that's what makes it great. We've talked about it like with Drew being heel. Best characters in wrestling are when there's justifiable reasons for their actions.
And again, we see what KO's doing right now. So another great example, justifiable heels. The KO's even ventured into gaslighting, which I would argue that's what Drew did for quite a while. It's good times, right? Man. So that all being said, we got about 5 minutes to start a show, so we better say hello to some people. Man, that flies. Welcome back, by the way. But Alexis, good to see you. Damien, good to see you. Kadarius, Cherokee George, Roman. We'll try and read some of these at some point. Keyshawn, Boston, Eric, how you doing? TJ, welcome back. Prem, welcome. How you doing? Nick is back. That's Nick. Hello. I'm here. Relax.
Instant transition to Paul's. Paul's here too, by the way.
Right. What's up, Paul? How you doing, buddy? 316. Here we go. Trekopedia, good to see you, buddy. Welcome. MDB, the knee pad patrol is on the loose on a Tuesday. ABJ back with us. Good to see you, sir. Brother Fluff Salisbury. Good news. I learned. Man, oh man, oh man. We'll come back to that, Brother Fluff.
Right.
Funny comment, made me laugh. See, you're allowed to laugh. It's okay, folks.
Right. It can be funny.
Right. Andrew Ben, we'll talk about Panna and Phoenix later. Again, Tuna Meltzer got some theories and some reports, so we'll see. Dennis Hodge is with us. C Money is back with us. Danny Brown, Wesley Conklin, Roman. How you doing?
Wesley becoming a member, by the way, which everyone, you should also become a member. And we do have the super chats, the super stickers, and all that fun stuff. We have the merch store, everything as well. If you want to make sure that you help support the channel and you want to make sure you get your comments read. Right.
Dun, dun, dun. And that's mostly everybody. If I missed your name, Kyle's with us. Anthony's with us. Welcome. As I see we creeping up as the numbers get higher as we get close to the start of the show. And miraculously, I got that done in under 3 minutes. So
it's because I did talk. Well,
yeah, that helps. That helps.
Right.
But this comment I like Sean's handling of the women's division NXT. But what storylines have he really created for the women? What long feuds have we had? I would argue that we just got into like Roxy and Giulia's storyline, but before that we had Roxy just came off her big feud with Lyra. Lyra and Tatum had a thing. There's nothing but storylines. There's plenty of stories.
Let's not forget Roxanne and Jade started off as pretty much bitter enemies and everything like that. That's what started this whole thing between the two of them. And remember when they were pushing Zoe Starks and Nikita Lyons for a good bit. You know, that's the thing. The people that they've had storylines with at this point are now on the main roster for the most part.
But not just that. Like, I mean, Metaphor had a storyline, and even when they were involved in stuff. We see Chase U's storyline, which brought us Thea Hale as a contender. There's been, I mean, I've been happy with the stories. I mean, Fatal Influence, maybe not the deepest of stories, but they came together in a little heel faction. I think there's been plenty, and you're seeing little rivalries start. Like Jakara is mad at whoever, and then this one's mad at that one. Like everyone's kind of got their enemies and their favorites. Even with the likes of Carmen get sprinkled in there, they've done pretty good at telling stories and not just spot matching.
Right. And even if it does start off as spot matching, they build the story within it. Like an example is Lola and Jaida. That started off as them being a tag team, actually. And then they had the falling out. Then they have their match, and then it builds to another, and it builds to another. And now they might be pulling in Nikita Lyons as well.
What's up, Anthony? How you doing? Welcome back, sir. Good to see you. Zach Minger in the house says, Happy Taco Tuesday. There you go. Ren St. Clair, Bay, Chris, good to see you. Josh Miles, good to see you as well. Who else is with us?
Well, he's talking. I did want to say this. I'll try and say this real quick as I see Trek and everything. He had a very nice comment that I started and everything. Follow Trek's advice. But yes, Braun and Jacob, eye to eye, almost nose to nose and everything. How do we feel about this? Is that not just a barn burner of a match waiting to happen?
It's funny because I said last night, it felt like the match we didn't know we needed, but now we want. Like, the minute they got face to face, I was blown away because you had that big standoff, but the crowd picked up and buzzed right away. It was like instant fuel to the fire. And the amount of people in the building that started barking was unbelievable. Like, it was really fucking like, let's do this.
That's two dogs right there. That's two dogs going eye to eye. That's a pit bull or Rottweiler staring across each other from the fucking pen saying, bring it on. It's same thing. We've seen that a lot, though, with Jacob of Jay when he sat there and was cutting his promo, and they're going to get that little eye, that side eye look and everything like that. Jacob's now just become the fun new toy of who can we put him in here with? Who we can do it with Bronson. We can do it with Jay. We're still waiting for a Jacob versus Roman match.
I'm still waiting for a Jacob versus KO match.
Facts. True.
I mean, again, with Jacob, there's options. There's a lot that can be done. The werewolf versus the dog. I mean, again, Jacob's a guy that
I am getting then.
Okay, you got to hold up.
I am going to hold up at now like Anthony did and be a good boy. I'm at now.
So weird. I went back.
Oh, come on. Canada, reversing time.
Yeah.
Gunther versus Fatu. That's a hell of a shout.
Absolutely. I got then.
Okay. I'm waiting on now.
I got now.
There we go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're synced up, ready to go, rolling along. It's going to be a fun one here tonight.
Forever. Do you have
together?
There.
Yay!
I'm a big kid
Yeah,
now.
look.
Screw you, Anthony.
Yo, look at the visual.
Oh, it's the new intro still and everything.
I like it. I feel like maybe I don't always get to see it.
Yeah, because most of the time you're behind and everything. We're playing catch up instead of catch up. But yeah, no, I'm waiting till Raw gets its new repackage and everything, gets a nice little bop and everything, gets maybe a new logo, especially when it comes to, once they go to Netflix and all that. Or I would still want them to go back to, forget the lot, the money, well, in it together. I mean, they brought back Lillian Garcia, so fuck, do it.
Do it.
Yes, NXT presented by Progressive, and again, it's the go-home show for Halloween Havoc. So we get back-to-back weeks of spooky shows. We get Halloween Havoc this week, and then next week we get Fright Dynamite.
Dynamite. Let's go. Yeah, it should be a fun one. We're getting spooky Dynamite. So, we will be here for that. Next week we'll have the same, and then Thursday. I'm not sure what we're doing on Thursday, so that shall be interesting. What's up?
Trick-or-treating.
Oh, yeah, it'd be Crown Jewel preview.
Damn, I was trying to get into the Halloween spirit, and we could have just gone trick-or-treating instead.
Right? Well, I mean, as
Fatal Influence coming in. I got Fatal Influence Delight walking across
316,
right now.
we're not going to do this, but we're not going to get into this repeat conversation about Rhea Ripley. We already told you about it. You need to let it go and talk about other wrestlers. There's approximately, 500 to talk about. Pick one.
Well, you can talk about the two that are coming out right now with Kairi, Sane, and Io Sky.
So we're opening with Kairi, Sane, Io Sky, Damage Control, taking on Lash and Jakara, which don't really have a name. Are they Meta 2?
Yeah, Meta 2. We gotta come up with a name. Chat, come up with a name. We'll see if we can come up with a good name for Lash and Jakara as a tag team. But so do you main event with Trick and Ethan, or do you main event with Giulia and Stephanie in the tag match?
I could see them doing the other tag match last, and then ending it with the champion.
Fair enough. So last match versus last segment. I get you.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I'm guessing. What's up, Geekbox? Welcome, sir. Folks, go check out Geekbox if you haven't already. Everybody's second favorite box.
Right. Well,
Red Box is back with us, and here they come. Tripping me out.
They fit so well. Like they surprisingly, I should say surprisingly, but I haven't seen them wrestle a ton as a tag team, I feel, in NXT. But them jumping instantly to the main roster, they've got a character, they've got a gimmick, and they're pretty solid in the ring.
They just walk out with such confidence, and they got their shit together, and they got their little, their little hand things, and then they just feel confident and ready. And they look the part, man. I have no problem with them working their way into the tag team division, and I keep saying it. I mean, we're seeing a shift in the men's tag team division in WWE, but I feel like the women have been ahead of this as far as women's tag teams go.
Oh, absolutely. 100%. I mean, think about it. The depth right here, just alone of you've got a tag team in NXT that seems like a viable competitor to one of the top tag teams on Monday Night Raw. And I didn't even realize until you mentioned it. If they do the pibbity popcorn.
Yeah. Right now, 60-ish% is going for Damage Control. I'll leave that up for a couple more minutes. But folks, who do you think is going to win this one and why?
Oh.
Yo, been a hot minute. Sorry, boys. I've had to be a normal person and sleep at night and go to work in the morning. How's it going? Been watching the vids back afterwards. Sir, life gets in the way sometime. We completely understand. You're missed. You're appreciated, and it's good to see you. I hope everything is going well, and thank you for being back.
Absolutely, my guy. Appreciate it. I know we've talked outside of this and everything, so yeah, appreciate it, my homie.
Mm-hmm.
Who you got for this match, sir? Who you got and why?
Look, you putting a little sauce on it.
Yeah.
I'll go Damage Control just because.
Yeah, I think they kind of have to. I mean, they're still competing with Jade and Bianca for those belts and everything. And we could even see Jade and Bianca interfere in this match, and that kind of cost Lash and Jakara, because that's been the kind of the feud that they seem to have been starting.
Right. I miss alternative and metal in the openings. Yeah, like we were talking about, like, give me beautiful people again. Like, I want, like, I don't know. I just sometimes the vibe's too mellow going into a show. I want to be amped up.
No, sometimes you need a nice good little bop though too, and everything gets you hyped up, especially on like a Friday and everything too.
But we're definitely off and running right now. Is Kairi laying it into Jakara?
Right.
Respectfully, Rikishi's just doing what we've seen a lot of other people do. He is politicking for clicks, guys. That's all. He wants people to tune in. That's Rikishi decided he's going to be on a podcast, so now he's starting to get, what do I say to get people to click in? I get it.
Engagement farming at its finest, folks.
That's all it is. We've seen it before. We'll see it again. It's just so funny. And again, I mean, he's just doing.
Lash looks so big compared to these Kairi and everything. God damn.
Back.
Fucking Glamazon. Kairi with the roll through, but W nostalgic NXT and ECW arena now. We'll have to talk about that on one of the commercial breaks.
I think that's awesome, and I mean, it's going to be real funny. Kairi pops Lash, and Lash showing off a little bit of athleticism there.
Let's be honest, what you were trying to say there. Ken, hi guys. I'm sorry I missed last night, but I'm here for a Spooky Chew. Don't you put that evil on me.
Your next TNA tag champion.
That's why we don't watch TNA on Thursdays. Anthony's got that covered. I don't got to see that.
We in the house. Willie, good to see ya. Boom.
Two count by Lash. Lash is noticeably taller and thicker than Jade, and I think honestly more talented in ring. I will stand on that.
Yeah. Again, I feel like it's closer than you would imagine. I don't know. We've seen a ton of Lash. The Lash brings a lot to the table. Might be a little more sturdy. Have a little more of a foundation than Jade did.
I'll say this. Who's been working the majority of this match so far for the team? It's been Lash. It hasn't been Jakara. Jakara's been the one that's been, what? I've got Kairi with a chokehold on Lash right now.
I blacked out twice. 65. So Damage Control is slight favorite in this one.
Fair enough. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, they're former tag champs and everything versus the hot new team here. But like I was saying, Lash is working the majority of this match. It's not Jakara. If anything, Jakara is the greener of the two. So I think that's the miles difference there a little bit that I see of Jade's got the presentation in space. She's got the look. She's got the image. But in ring work, I'd take Lash all day and twice on Sunday. Oh, Kairi Moonsault. Sky Pirates in control. As I bet you we're going to a commercial break right now.
We hit the commercial break spot as Damage Control standing large at this point, and rolling along. Metaphor for the win. The absolute best thing that has happened for Lash and Jakara was no M getting injured. Corey, we don't wish injuries on anybody, but you might be right, sir.
100%. That's actually a pretty. I forgot about that whole fact. Yeah, really, they've become the standout because of that.
The Meta Mamas.
Gimmick infringement with Mommy. As I see, we've got 103. Let's see if we can keep going, folks. Let's see if we can get 110, 115, 120. What?
Right. When is Asuka coming back? I don't think we'll see her for a couple more months, to be honest.
Not in 2024, I would assume.
Yeah.
Because didn't she have like knee surgery?
Yeah, I believe so. So yeah, we got a bit of time with that one. Lash and Jakara for the win. Noam was holding them back. Yeah, and Aura's kind of gone away. Like they don't hang around with Aura as much as they used to.
He's busy trying to fight Mustache Mountain there or Lexus King with the creative beard and everything.
Willie, I'm with you. I'm such a diehard EO fan. Like, I think she's outstanding. When she was champ in NXT, she basically ran out of people to beat. Like you said, going back to Marigold, she is phenomenal. So I'd love to see more for her.
Well, and wasn't it her match with Bianca Belair in Puerto Rico and Backlash that pretty much stole the damn show and got everybody losing their goddamn mind, and like for that match turned Bianca heel.
Yeah, absolutely. Anthony coming to Canada to get the Canadian championship and bring it back to America. All right. Well, good luck.
You're gonna have to fight through him, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and then if you get to all three of them, you have to face Bret Hart and his saltiness.
How come Miko Santomura hasn't been around? Is it my mistake? But I feel like she was dialing it back, like she was stepping away.
An OG, triple OG vet, so she's very much like on the back nine. She's, you know, in that Danielson Copeland level of, if she hasn't retired, she's like I said, she's in the back nine.
Yeah, no, I know. Even the last time she popped in here, that was a big part of the conversation. So yeah, that's a good reason why. Nick, 2300 Arena, NXT versus Dynamite, the day after the election, November whatever 5th, I think, or 6th.
Yes, it's November 6th because the election's on November 5th. So the world might be burning down at that point, or at least America.
It's going to be a very interesting stream here on that night. 2 shows ready to go. It's going to be a fun one.
Right. Well, and just we'll keep this in mind before I say anything about all of this. And Marco Collins' comment saying, "Sup guys, peace, love, happiness to all." So 100% peace, love, and chicken grease and all that shit. But yeah, 20 as we're back in action, but 2300 Arena, do they do an ECW tribute show? And it's interesting for me because I haven't realized that it was that date today of when ECW or when AEW, words, letters, it works, is going to be in New Hampshire, just 45 minutes south of me and everything like that. So it's going to be real interesting.
Right. Yeah. And again, I mean, I don't know. Oh, we got the tag. Yeah, I don't know how much
Jakara is a little stepping stool. Sorry.
Absolutely. And Kairi on fire. And again, when we talk about the quality of wrestling, women's division wrestling, I mean, the pace, the consistency, the smoothness in a lot of what happens, I don't think it's being matched elsewhere right now.
No, old Mrs. A Big Boot. We them boys, what up, Sam? Let's go. Chris confirm. Oh, I was just gonna say Chris confirming what we said of that she retired like 2 months ago, I guess. But Spaz, what a $5 super chat. Do you want to read this one?
You just want me to do the first part. Okay, jiggity, 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 giggity, giggity. Jack and Nick the Giant.
El Gigante.
I'll hit him with a rock. Hope the whole chat as well. How about NXT? One night only at 2300. Thank you again so much for the super chat, Spaz. Yeah, Nick. I mean, again, I think there's an opportunity. We recently saw RVD at Bad Blood. The likes of Tommy Dreamer out there. Bully's under a contract. There's a lot of options. I don't know how much of a tribute show it's going to be, but I do think there's a lot of opportunity there to make it a very cool throwback vibe and feel. And they're going to go ham. They're going to go for that number, man. I'm telling you right now, Michaels and H want that number. They want they don't care what it is, but they want that number on that night.
Oh yeah, that's to them. That's a statement. These are the same guys that sat there and drove a Jeep outside of where WCW was taping and everything. One of the most infamous DX segments and everything. Yep. So they're all about war times.
Oh, I love that move. The pop up elbow.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Did pop up elbow.
EO. Oh, you kind of kept it together there, girl. She was trying to springboard in and then just double rolled. Hey, that's the thing. Especially doing what we do live and everything like that. I'm not going to knock somebody that if they do a slip up or anything like that, but sell it. Go with it.
Anyone that took a moment to like kind of chuckle or try and like point out like Lillian's little botch at the beginning of the Raw last night, they can suck a big one. And I mean that honestly, all of it. You can suck the whole thing. Because like it's hard to do what we do. And it's
Fair
hard
enough.
to do what people do live all the time. She had a little bit of a hiccup. She was fine for the rest of the night, but like, see, like fucking
I don't know the hiccup that she had, so I guess that tells you how important it was. But yeah,
exactly.
Lash with I do live close to Manch Vegas. I will leave it at that. Manch Vegas. I've never heard it called Trashua. I've heard where I've lived.
Oh, wait a minute, we got Piper.
Piper. Oh, and Chelsea. I'm so fancy. You already know.
She's dressed like Cher from fucking Clueless.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Yeah, I got you. Someone called it in the chat. Piper.
Oh, Beta bomb.
Lillian is like 60 and hasn't done. Yeah, no, leave her the fuck alone. She's good. People are fucking asinine nowadays. Right? I barely can talk on stream.
Chelsea with the double cross body. So Piper and Chelsea show up and they're not just taking out Lash and Jakara. They're taking out everybody. AD and AZ is what? Go ahead.
This women's tag team division is getting very interesting.
Right. AD and AZ, it's on the CW now, wherever your local provider may provide that for you, or you can just watch along with us. We're got Hank and Tank taking over the official merchandise. I fucking love these guys. Right. They're like my favorite, just guilty pleasure tag team in wrestling. Right now. Who's showing up in the big fucking Ford F-250? Hashtag not sponsored. Oh, that's what okay. My apologies. Who we got? Oh, this is the Xfinity, the NASCAR, making a left turn, making another left turn.
Yeah, Cole something.
Radrick. That's the only Cole I know I care about outside of Michael Cole.
Match was not a bit sloppy, but it had one spot. Overall, the match was really solid. To say that match was sloppy again, I don't know you're finding any other matches elsewhere that are clean at that level. Again, I find it very interesting how we critique things at times. That to me was far from sloppy.
You can mark a point or half a point because of the stumble, but beyond that,
it barely even stopped. It wasn't even obvious.
Right, that's what I'm saying. If you're gonna find something and deduct a half a point on that, it still was a solid match. But as we had Jaida Parker and Bronco and all that, so we got OTM coming out. It's been a minute since we've seen the boys. We've always seen Miss Parker. How you doing, Miss Parker?
Miss Parker in the house,
right? And this again shows the depth that they have in this women's division. Of Jaida Parker's just gotten over naturally, and she's in not even an upper mid card situation. She's in the mid card.
Jaida Parker taking on Tatum Paxley here tonight. This is going to be a fun one. I will put a poll up for it, folks, and then we will continue on. But we go back into commercial break.
Been a minute though since we've seen Tatum as well, because she was doing the little TNA thing a little bit. I feel. But so since you brought it up, of how was it with Samantha and going from that to Lillian and everything last night?
I said it last night, and I don't mean this in any disrespect to Samantha. She's a fucking announcer. She's an announcer. It didn't change the show at all.
But you don't get Chelsea Green.
Oh my God, the show, the people were like, this is a big L for the W. The fans have lost their fucking mind. I even see a comment up there about Carlito. The same fans that will tell you to die and eat shit are the same fans that are like, I can't believe the goofball heel said something ignorant. That's what they do. We can't have it every way, guys. You can't keep virtual signaling and then making mountains out of every fucking molehill. Wrestling fans are starting to give me a fucking migraine. I don't understand this whole idea that, listen, Samantha's a talented girl. I think she was great. She brought a little extra spice. She was like sprinkles on a Sunday. She was great at what she did. But announcers can come and go. They don't change the show. She wasn't writing the show. She wasn't fucking in the ring. They're fine. This is not a big L for any company. If Justin Roberts left the other company today, they'd go on. I like her. But Lillian it's just a voice. Half the time I don't even hear it. Doesn't matter. It's fine. Like it's insane.
I love that you called it virtual signaling instead of virtue signaling, because that's literally what it is. It's a fucking keyboard warriors. It's the Triple H comment the promo that I keep going back to of, I'm going to go home and tweet about it. Like, shut the fuck up. Honestly, just shut the fuck up, because the heel's supposed to be a fucking heel and everything, with that whole statement out of the way. And the whole Samantha thing is just Simp City. 100%. She's great. She's super talented. I love what she did and everything like that. 100%. But it does not break or make the show. That's not taking anything away from what she does. It's just them's the facts. It's the same thing. Like if the official in the match does not make or break, well, sometimes depending on what show, looking at you, Aubrey, it breaks the match. But yeah, it's again, Finkel was there. You know, you've had Lillian Garcia just came back. I was trying to think of who was it that did the Rated R Superstar, Tony Chemmel.
Like, again, we've had people coming, like Samantha hasn't been there for like 10 years, where like she stapled herself of like, the show just doesn't feel the same anymore. Yes, Chelsea Green's entrance might sound a little different in the future. We're fine. Like, I love Samantha. I thought she did a great job. I wish her all the best. But like the people that jumped on her, like the people that jumped on and made negative comments of like, how could you do? Shut up.
Well, you need to just get hit with a paddle or something, like respectful. You need that's a paddling. I need to be like the Simpsons, the old beard on the Simpsons and everything like that. That's a paddling, because just even to where who gives a fuck when, where, why, how, or anything of that she's leaving. She's leaving. She doesn't owe you anything. No. And that she put her notice in probably the same time Ricochet was leaving too, because she even said that I put it in months ago and everything, and that she is a talented performer outside of just ring announcing, and she wants to, you know, expound and expand upon that, and WWE couldn't agree to terms with that. So, but it's not a make or break thing. It's just, everybody that thinks that just simps so hard for her. It's insane to me.
Yeah, but the collection of people that like, people come on our channel, and what we do for our gig here is we critique the wrestling. We go through what the good and the bad is. We offer our opinion, our 2 cents, our expert or our experienced opinion on what we see and what we don't see. And people say, just enjoy the wrestling. Well, if I can't critique the wrestling and I have to just enjoy it, then this collection of people, as we're back with the Barbie Club.
But, well, we got Ashante, the Adonis out here just trying to
playing the creeper role again. But well, I mean, at the end of the day, man, I mean, like this Carlito thing going around last night, I'll be honest, I missed it last night. But it takes one pencil head, and I'll be honest, people like SRS out there and the people he works for and works with, that just have to report on it and have to make it a story and have to make it a thing. Those people need to stop. They should be ashamed of themselves. Because know what, folks? If you are under a certain age, maybe if you're under the age of 25, you have no idea how fun life used to be. There was this thing called jokes and humor and laughter, and you were allowed to do it, and you could make fun of each other. And again, when you have a fake show where everyone points out wrestling is fake, when a fake character on a fake show makes a fake comment, that is ignorant, because he's an ignorant character. ECW.
How did you transition actually so smoothly from ignorant comment to ECW?
Yeah, ECW. Right? How did that
happen? Ignorance. Yeah. But yeah, we had Ashante the Adonis while you were talking. He's trying to win over the heart of Carmen Petrovich, as you know, every day in the gang. And so
that's cool shit.
Oh yeah,
I'm not going to talk about the cool shit. But again, you got to remember, like the words came out of an ignorant character. If Adam Pearce looked at the ladies and said, holy shit, and said something outlandish, I'd be right with people like, whoa, they probably shouldn't have done that in the show. But when a dumbass says a dumbass thing on a dumbass moment, I expect it. I expect the moron in the movie to be a moron and say dumb shit. And the fucking people out there, and again, these so-called journalists, because they get press passes and do these little interviews, that love just turning the crank on things like the IWC. Man, I'm so fucking tired of people like that. Like these guys like SRS that are just soft, baby poo soft. It drives me up the fucking wall that listening to everybody cry about everything. Live a little. Life can be fun. That's my rant.
Well, I was gonna try it, but I can't. I can't hold a candle to that flame. KJ hit us with the Red Foreman dumbass like 5 times in a row.
Right,
all I can follow this up with is foots and asses.
Right. I get it. I'm the fucking straight middle-aged white guy that has all the opinion, but fucking
he's Canadian. He doesn't speak for the rest of us. He doesn't count.
Right. Fucking hell. It's such dumb shit.
But it's just like you said, of the stupid heel. The stupid heel is going to say stupid heel things. Yes. Gotta go to garner a reaction, gotta garner heat. And even then, if it wasn't reported about or anything, it made a fucking a Twitter headline. Does anyone give a shit about it? Mm-hmm. No. Bueller. And
again, it wasn't like it was an off-the-cuff comment. And again, it just fit Carlito's comment. It's like you brought up Red Foreman. It's like Kelso being like, oh, what's that? And making fun of Fez and not knowing where Fez is from. It's just ignorant, but it's the character. You can't have it both ways. You can't tell me my favorite show is fake and then get mad when the fake people make fake jokes.
It's not fake. It's still real to me, damn it. As I've got Tatum and Miss Parker going at it here.
Right? Dude,
I like that they even sold. Sorry, I'm pivoting from the
we got a really good match going.
Right, but I liked how they were doing like the round the world kind of tilt-a-whirl spot through on the mat and everything, and both get up and sell being dizzy and everything. Sell the move.
Mm-hmm. As Tatum and Miss Parker, big votes. Most people going for Miss Parker on this one.
Oh, I like that so much. Like that needs to be in the dunk competition. I feel of her just up there off the second rope, just smashing them bangs through you and everything, and then hits you with the LeBron James, like, calm down stuff.
No, honestly, man,
I'll be the woke one.
Be woke all you want, but dude, at the end of the day, this is why we don't get any good movies anymore. They can't make good movies because they got to go through everything with a fine-tooth fucking comb. Oh, we might offend this group or that person or this. Fucking live, folks. Not everything hurts your feelings. And you know what? In the words of my favorite, of my goat, words are just words. What isn't a name? It's just words. Get the fuck over it and move on.
I can't remember. I think you might have said this to me, but I may be wrong here. And the comedian that said it probably sounds like some Bill Hicks shit or something like that. But just because you're offended doesn't mean you're right.
No. Again, you just understood. And again, not everything's for everybody. There's things, I hear jokes that I'm like, oh, that kind of hurt my feelings. But you move on. You get over it. You understand. That's what your boys do. You grow up in places where you get pot shots. You get bullied a little. You need to toughen up. And everyone hides behind keyboards nowadays. And like I said, the ironic part of it all, Nick, is the same people that cry about shit like what Carlito said are the same people that tell you to get cancer and die for not liking their favorite wrestler.
Like I said,
hypocritical.
Well, like you said it, I just kind of now I guess I'm sealing it of it's virtual signaling. It's virtue signaling through Twitter.
Virtue signaling. I crammed my words together.
Hey, but it came down perfect.
That's all. That's my fucking.
That's your whole match length rant.
Yeah, that's my match rant for the week. As two count.
We need a what grinds my gears segment and just cut whatever rant one of us does.
I'm so tired of like the double standards and again, there are certain lines that you can't cross. I get it. But Jesus fucking Christ, live a little. All these, did you ever notice that none of the people that are being defended are ever offended? It's always some fucking other, like, what the fuck? Like, do I really care what Denise thinks about fucking this situation? She has not a fucking clue. Thanks.
As Dana Parker gets the win with the stupid sexy Rhea pin, so many things are going on. Spaz with a $5 super chat saying it doesn't apply
Moving on.
just to wrestling. No, because I'm trying to get through things that agree with what you were saying, but we got things in the way. It doesn't apply just to wrestling, but people who've done nothing are tired of apologizing for everything. Fair enough. As now Lola's having to get pulled away from Jade. Oh, Spooky Dookie too. God damn you. You cursed me with this.
Where are you?
She's going to be in the next Scooby-Doo crossover, and she's getting thrown in a trunk. Bro, this is straight out of fucking Scooby-Doo.
She put her in a trunk.
And no one's there to stop her. Vic Joseph's just like, where are they wheeling her to?
They're busy with the fight.
Right. But as I've got Lexus King back there with the quarter catch crew as Paul. I agree with this, and I'll just say, as a Caucasian person, it's white people that get offended for tends to be the party that gets offended on people's behalf.
Why are you mad? Like, I don't get it.
Where do you draw the line, though? That's the thing. That's the thing, John. Is it's a line of gray. It's not a definitive black or white line.
Listen, you know what's lost in this world, John? And this is what it is: intent. Context is king. If I say something and I have hate in my statement, you have every right to be offended and be mad at me. But if, like last night, Carlito made an offhand joke, it was an ignorant comment, not a racist comment. But again, for people to freak out like as if he had run in and punched both those ladies square in the mouth, that is insane. He didn't mean anything by it. It was just, it's not worth the anger that people seem to, but it's all clickbait. It's all signaling. It's all virtual signaling.
It's that needs to be a fucking shirt now at this point. Hashtag send that to cram pause. Just hashtag the out of it. Virtual signaling right there.
Now I wonder if Tatum showing up on Saturday might play into this. If Tatum now gets rolled away in a box. I don't know what this means.
And just sent on a fucking plane and everything. What now? Just cargo.
Alone? Like, did you pack your own luggage?
Yeah, I'm triggered now. I was once abducted in a rolling case, just like Tatum.
But again, we saw it with MJF before where people got mad. We saw it with Maxine Dupree in that situation. Like, again, like, if Maxine knows that someone she works with is going to bring up her brother and they find a way to work it, like, how can you get mad if Maxine's not mad? Like, it's so weird.
And that almost comes across so disingenuous of I'm offended on your behalf because it's almost insulting of like, you're too dumb to realize you should be offended by this. So I'm going to be offended for you.
Yeah. Like, again,
as I like MDB saying, I draw the line at nefarious intent, 100%. Now, granted, you can't always tell intent, but you also need context.
Context is king, and again, that's exactly the way I would put it. And again, I got no hate in my heart for anybody, and trust me, the way where I grew up and where I was brought up, there's no time for hate, and that's just the way it is. And at the end of the day, it's just I feel bad for Gen Z and beyond because they have no idea what fun is. Or how to just laugh at a stupid joke. Like, again, we've all been in situations, but it's if you're just trying to be fun and enjoy things, let it be, man. And I'm not going to beat this to death any further.
Let it be, let it be, let it be. Can we all be offended by Dempsey's mustache?
Yes!
100% goddamn.
We agree on.
Oh, trust me, as a Yankees fan, and shout out, I've been waiting to do this since Saturday, I feel. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today.
LA would make me cheer for the Yankees, and I said that on.
Yeah, there we go. We're on the side here. I'm saying Yankees in 5.
Right. Oh, Damien, fuck. That's gonna be a whole new scenario. How do you feel about this? They're running it back, bro.
I told you.
You did. And I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
I told you it's 100% what they're going to do. And the thing, Jimmy Jacobs isn't there, and we still get in the learning tree. You thought when they chopped him down, they would have chopped down the learning tree too, allegedly. Yeah, no, they're putting that Ring of Honor title on him. If just some people want to watch the world burn, put it down to the ground.
WWE is always evolving and not being stagnant. Announcers, wrestlers come and go if they improve upon themselves. Yeah, no, and I didn't read that one out loud before, Michael, but I agree. And like these, like the personal, this personal feeling for wrestlers or celebrities, like who cares if we insult a Kardashian? You don't know them. You're not friends with them.
There's being a fan and fandom. There's a difference. Fandom is like you act like they're your homies. Like they don't fucking know you from a hole in the wall.
Right? She wouldn't piss on you if you were on fire. Relax.
Some people would pay for money for that, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, some people have.
Alexis, Nick, LA in 6 games.
Oh,
It is still. I still was excited as hell to see for the first time in 15 years the Yankees in the World Series, which still sounds insane, but yeah, it's it's those 2 star-studded franchises going at it. This is Pittsburgh and Toronto going at it type of shit and everything, or a Detroit Maple Leafs Stanley Cup, something like that. Of OG, triple OGs going at it.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the Brooklyn connection with LA. I don't like LA at all, so I don't give a
Shohei versus Judge. You get face of the franchise versus face of the franchise. All that.
You're gonna be controversial. Fuck Shohei. Fuck Ohtani.
I can't follow up on that.
We had reports in Toronto, like the sports stations were like, Ohtani's on a plane on his way here. He was never coming. I don't know what happened. We thought he was on his way.
Flight redirected.
The next day he signed in LA for a ridiculous amount of money.
Oh, yeah. Spaz, I see your super chat. Don't dare click on it because of the last line. Not gonna lie, you had us in the first half, but the last half might have gotten us. It might be a little too far.
Spaz like, we're all free.
I'm getting naked. No, put your shirt on. Put your shirt on.
We're going streaking.
Gilly, see, the world is healing itself right now. Giulia is saying nice things about KJ, saying KJ unplugged and unapologetic. I love it. See, the world is healing.
Just be honest. Have fun. I'd like them to make a good comedy. They haven't made a good comedy since 2006. Like, fuck.
Right.
Oh, Javon getting in there. That's what happens. Oh, Wesley.
Shout out to Death Row Champions jacket there, too.
Right.
Like Eddie Murphy from the Comedy Store.
What up, Denisha? Chew about those TNA tag titles. How will Tatum play into this, though, Anthony? What's in the box? Paxley.
What's in the box?
Keyshawn, I'm not going to click on your comment about the beach, but I mean, if I got to put up with all these swoobs and man boobs, I mean, fair seems fair.
I don't go to the beach because they ask why is a bear loose out on the beach and everything like that, and then I get tasered and end up in animal control. They keep thinking I'm a Sam Squanch.
Yeah, I don't discriminate, but I do hate Chris Jericho.
Fucking Michael Caine and Austin Powers dad. There's 2 people I hate in this world: those who are intolerant of other people's cultures and the Dutch.
And Chris Jericho. No, but the truth is, as much as I shit on Chris Jericho, I was a fan of Chris Jericho once upon a time. If I ever bumped into the guy, I think I'd still be like, holy fuck, you're Chris Jericho. But I hate what he's been doing for the last 4 years. And I hate how he presents himself. And I hate how full of himself he is. Does that mean I'm going to knock on his door and try and fucking inflict violence on him? No, but some nights I feel like I should.
I might just leave a flaming pile of dog shit on his front porch or anything and run away. He called the shit poop.
He just slapped his like, 100%. As we are getting a little bit of Stephanie here.
Yeah.
Sorry to side tangent, folks, but we're back.
Right, but I like this though of you haven't had a real moment outside of I'll be here to really develop anything with her. So now is your moment. You get a little bit of a video package before all of this. And I know she has the accent and everything, so I get why they're gonna have, you know, the subtitles.
You brought a Sam Squinch to the beach.
Yes. 100%. Those fucking dart guns hurt real bad. Denisha, what up? Richard, yes, we're getting a Vaquer promo.
Yeah,
Javon slapped the shit out of Fraser.
We might get Javon and Wesley versus Fraser and Fraxium.
Does Cedric not wrestle anymore?
Cedric kind of, I don't know.
It's in a book, reading Rainbow. That's a little bit what Cedric looks like. More like he looks like an after-school counselor.
Don't put it out with your boots, Ted.
MDB, I love you. You get all of the references like that. You're either super fast with Google or you get all of the references.
He dialed in, bro.
Oh, Rizzo.
Wait.
She was just taking a nap on a chair. That's all that she was doing. What there should she look like? She's got hurt. She's got a scraped elbow. They picked her up on top of a chair. So it's not like she got hit with the chair. Right. She wasn't passed out. Like, this is so Days of Our Lives fake soap opera with that. Like, all due respect for what you were trying to do, but the failure of execution was just ugh.
You know what offends me, Nick? Tony acting
a lot of things. I feel.
No, as we are getting a commercial for Mania in Vegas, folks, we are back in commercial break, and we appreciate everyone for being here. I do want to take a second to remind everybody out now. The Wing of the Ring Challenge went down last Thursday, where Nick, Anthony, and I went through some trivia and ate some hot wings. This will be returning. We appreciate all the love, but if you want to check out our originals playlist with Wrestling Court, the Wing of the Ring, our interviews, we got so much stuff there. We got more coming your way. Plus, we got a members only coming up soon. We got more pay-per-views coming up soon. We got more content. But yeah, we had a lot of fun bringing you the Wing Challenge. Again, go give it some love. Go to that video and comment what topics you'd like us to make as far as the theme of the trivia for the night. Is always a good one. But yeah, we're coming soon on part 2 of this one. I got to defend my crown.
Yeah, 100%. I'm gonna pull a Joffrey out here and just pull off a red wedding or something. Yeah, no, 100%. We're not just doing just
chicken wings. Is that what you're saying?
What?
Y'all gonna poison my chicken wings? Is what you're saying?
I didn't say nothing that could be on video that would be used as evidence, Your Honor. But no, 100%, folks. We're not just doing the watch parties. We don't just do all of that. We got original content, again, often imitated, never replicated, never duplicated. They hate us because they ain't us. We do what we do because they can't do what we do. Absolutely be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. We're doing anything and everything. We're here all week, literally. Tomorrow we've got Dynamite. What?
All the way to next Saturday.
Gee, but why do you have to say it like that? I just wanted to get through this week before I start thinking about next week, but thank you. But yes, we've got Dynamite tomorrow night. Then we've got Thursday. We're doing the prediction show. All 3 of us will be here for Halloween Havoc and Bound for Glory. 2 prediction shows, 2 shows at the same time with 3 hosts. That's how you know it's going to be a 5-star show. Then Friday, we've got SmackDown. I did maths. American math system. You wouldn't get it. It's not in metric. Then Friday night SmackDown, going home into Saturday Bound for Glory, Sunday Halloween Havoc, to where even they were promoting earlier that the Trick versus Ethan match will be in a Devil's Playground match. Which, have you heard the talks about Taker showing up around NXT around the spooky dookie season and everything?
Yeah, it makes sense. We know the relationship with Triple H and Taker. We know that Mark's been out there, doing his thing. Highly possible. Why not? Again, it's fun. A good reason to spike a little bit of a rating. I'm in. Do it. I mean, the week after
the interview, you get the one ghost that pops up. It's huge. Greatest Halloween Havoc of all time.
Oh, man.
But I could see Taker showing up there. Now, normally you'd get like Scarlett and Shotzi that would kind of host it.
I haven't heard shit about them. I know Shotzi.
Well, they're hosting their own thing. I think that's just for the YouTube channel. Yeah. Chair saying NXT is cheesy because it's on the CW. What the fuck?
It was cheesy before it got to the CW, Chair.
Are we just basing now on where it airs that it's now cheesy?
It was cheesy already. I mean, we joke about it. We debate it at times that it's a little too cheesy. I think it's getting more serious and less cheesy. There is still some cheese, but it's not total cheese.
Is it cheese curd?
As long as not head cheese, we're good to go.
Whoa.
Whoa, it's gross. It's food, right? No.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Okay, and with Cena's last year coming up, will he be heavily involved in a story or just be there occasionally? Pop in and pop out, I feel. I don't think you have
coming up. I think there's going to be some consistent story with him. I think he's scheduled to do like 30 dates or something.
Well, that's different. 30 dates is different than like 350.
Well, you can't. It'd be hard. I mean, he's not Hulk Hogan.
well, it's still leaving you 15 days off.
I think he's going to win the title. I think he's going to have one more title run.
It would be very interesting to have, as I know we've talked about it. I don't know the likelihood of it, but it'd be interesting.
One time, one more.
What about Randy
in the ring? And I'm going to go see what Cena's up to. I shall return.
There you go. You go check on the facts on the title reigns and everything like that. There we go. Is it just me, or does Crusifino look like a small carrying cross a little bit? He doesn't have quite as many tattoos, but now especially that cross has got the long hair and everything. You know, got all the tats and all of that. Yeah, he's prosciutto carrying cross. What does anybody want? What does nobody want? I'll say that. But as I've got Oba Femi coming out right now, so folks, let us know who you're taking for this match. Whether you're taking Oba or Luca Crusifino, and again, he is just still straight Aura Femi out here. Comes out with the little bop in the step, a little swag and everything, and he's right now to me with this. When he takes on Tony at Halloween Havoc, he's going full, Channing Tatum Gambit. Ooh, I'm about to make a name for myself. I think he 100%. Tony, it's been a nice moment. You had the belt, but this is going right back around the waist to Oba, and we're just going to act like that whole shit didn't happen. I was just typing that. Luca does look like Cross a bit. Yeah, Luca looks like Cross. Yeah. Rest in peace, Luca Crusifino. Yeah, he's about to be crucified instead of Crusifino. As a Floridian, I can honestly say that Wendy Chu kidnapping someone and no one bats an eye is the most believable thing on the show. Facts. I mean, y'all got people out there with bath salts eating people's faces and shit. Y'all got fucking Rice, why can't I even remember your goddamn governor's name and everything like that? He was trying to run for president, and then, Daddy Trump said no. But yeah, y'all got craziness. And two of the world's biggest amusement parks there, too. It's like you can go and watch someone do amphetamines on the sidewalk and then go into the happiest place on earth in Disneyland. All within 5 minutes of each other. Anyone likes, can we get to 90? Absolutely. Can we get to 90? Can we get to 100? We got 84 people right now with us in the chat. We've been tiptoeing and gone back and forth and bounced around a little bit of over triple digits here. Let's see if we can get to 100 and see if we can stay there here. But again, I almost feel like, respectfully, anyone taking Luca in this match, and I'm not talking about Luka Doncic, anyone taking Crusifino here, or is this, passion of the Crusifino here, to where he's just getting sacrificed to Oba? Like the stream, yes, do it. Spaz, what up? The D'Angelo family versus the Samoan Dynasty. That's a steamroller meets a fucking Hot Wheel, my guy. DeSantis, thank you. Ron DeSantis. Alexis got my back. DeSantis, everybody. Were he taken seriously, Anthony? Never. Who? I don't know, Boston, what you're exactly getting at, but you do you, boo-boo. Oba right now with a wrist lock on Crusifino. He's fighting back, though, Crusifino is. Nick, do you think there will be any surprises between Bound for Glory and Halloween Havoc this weekend? Ooh, that is actually a really good question. And Kyle, for the sake of plugs and for the sake of I can't think of anything right now off the top of my head, make sure you tune in this Thursday when we're doing our prediction show for both those shows. And then we'll talk about surprise and everything. But I mean, maybe I'm just more of thinking who at this point. And honestly, I'm struggling with names, but we'll see. We get John Z. I don't know what you're on when we were getting above politics here, but sounds like AZ. Honestly, there you go. That type of Oba Femi just slapped this man in the back so hard. You ever heard like with a Christmas carol and everything like that, arose such a clatter? That's that. That's what that sound is. Arose such a clatter, because that somehow managed to echo with just hitting him in the back with an open palm. That type of entrance would be perfect for him, Anthony, instead of this Jungle Book Boston. You can say whatever you want with that, but you do you, boo-boo. I don't agree with that, as Oba gets the win here. As now Stacks is getting tossed out here. So Oba's just laying it in a Crusifino. And again, this is Oba reestablishing himself of, I run this shit, motherfucker. I'm the one. I sat there and thought that this man was going to have to sit there and hand in the title when he was done. Just undefeated of, here, I have to give you this back because no one can beat me for it. And he's very much proving this at this point. Now, it's almost becoming, how long do you keep him not without the NXT title, as we're pulling out a table after we already dug out a toolbox? But how long do you keep him, well, as Tony shows up, Tony laying out Oba, how long do you keep him away from the NXT title or going to the main roster here? As Tony eating the staircase here. Now, interesting, though, too, of if we're going off of Rizzo was attacked earlier and everything like that, who would have been the one to attack her? Because it wouldn't have been Oba. Oba's not out there, hitting Rizzo with a steel chair and everything. So who could it have been? Do you think Saturday night's main event will be like a PLE? Are you talking about as far as Joe Hendry and Ziggler? Well, Nemeth. Ziggler is his old name. Nemeth is his new name. Is that what you're referring to? Because I mean, it is a pay-per-view, so I would assume it'd be a pay-per-view. As Stacks getting thrown through the table at the setup on the barricade, as Tony's handcuffed to the ring post. So, oh fuck, I hate this though. This is the go home show, and again, following the laws of wrestling, you're making me eat my own words. Is now Oba's pulling out a ladder here. Oh, he's zip tied. He's not even handcuffed. The man's getting zip tied. But this is disobeying my laws of wrestling. Oh, I should have known. Gal, show up the 444. It's the weekly table spot. Oh, Crusifino just, that ladder folded. Like, that don't even look like that was metal at all. That looked like straight wood, the way that shit broke so fast. And they had to cut all the audio out. Yeah, there was too many sugar, honey, iced tea words going around right there. And they had to cut this all out. But Oma just sitting there and just talking trash to Tony. And that's how you go to commercial break. As we cut to a Delta video package again. Now she's up here on top of Mount Olympus type shit. She's out here like, 300. Halloween Havoc. So we're getting Delta. It is all but confirmed. They very clearly have shown that this is Delta at this point. Zarya. So Zarya is her new name. It's not Delta anymore. This, the rare ladder spot. Zarya, Zoolander. Zarya's weird. Could we not use Delta? Is that why we needed to change it? Because, I mean, all due respect, Delta sounds a lot better than Zarya. You know, it sounds like, the Secret Life of Zarya. So, yeah, it's weird. I was trying to make a Daria joke and I fucked it up. But yeah, Mick, what up? Been a minute, my guy. But yeah, so Delta Airlines copyrights? I don't know because she was using it before on the Indies. But so, again, all NXT is moving at a clip. We're still trying to talk about some stuff and other shit's popping off here. I like the way that they ended that as we go to commercial break here, as we ended it with Tony and Oba just stare each other eye to eye, talking back and forth and everything. Now, granted, going by my laws of wrestling and everything, since Oba went over on the Go Home show, that probably means he's losing. But yes, we've had it all. Sorry, Lala. Yes. So we've all had it, but confirmed pretty much at this point that Delta, for the artist formerly known as Delta, now known as Zarya of Zarya Explains It All, is showing up at Halloween Havoc here. And I've been questioning this and thinking about this. When they bring her in, I assume it's going to be around the women's tag match between Giulia and Stephanie and Roxanne and Cora. I assume it could be solo, it could be independent of that, but I assume. Do they bring her in as the heavy, as the Raquel, what have you, the Diesel spot to Cora and Roxanne to change the tide and help keep, Giulia and Stephanie look, strong in an L? Or do you put her with Giulia and Stephanie and you have like the new force, the new faces of the NXT women's division? Now, if you've got all of this foreign influence, essentially you've got Giulia from Japan, you have Stephanie from, is it Mexico or Spain? I don't want to be intolerant because, we've seen how that goes apparently. And then you bring in Delta, now Zarya from New Zealand. She New Zealand or Australia? Again, splitting hairs here. But yes. Chile, thank you. I didn't have the Google machine. Thank you, fact checkers. Propunzo, let down your comments. Whatever happened to Poppy on NXT? Triple H had a medical situation, and then they pretty much stopped using her for all the things, it feels like. Ever since the 2.0 era, they've kind of stopped using her. It wouldn't be actually a bad show. That's really a interesting callback if they started using her. I'm surprised they maybe kind of didn't use her, at least for like the PLE, the takeover themes and everything. Vance, what up? Mick, KJ's on a pause for the cause right now. He'll be back in a brief minute here as we're coming out of a commercial, I feel. Still dealing with the sweet life of Zarya and Vaquer out here. Robert, what up? A faction possible. That's the thing, is I'm curious of how they're going to do this. Is again, are they going to bring her in independent of all of this and she's still her own entity? She's an outside force, or is she going to be paired up with a duo here? I've got Andre Chase talking about Chase U and the betrayal of Ridge. RM Girl letting us know Zarya equals Princess Radiances. Well, can we turn the radio signal back to Delta? How about that? Because that sounded a lot better and didn't sound quite so weird. Like, can anyone else think of a wrestler that has a name that started with the letter Z? Like, when I hear Zarya, I kind of think Sultan. That's a bit more of what I think there, versus, this dominant force and all of that. Like, again, Even if you weren't going to use Delta, Zarya is the best you could fucking come up with? Really? So we're getting an ambulance match between Ridge and Andre Chase. Oh. Should Andre Chase just show up to the match with the neck brace already on, like have the backboard already stuck to him? Speaking of stuck to me, Zoltan. Yes, Zoltan.
Is that so? That's an interesting choice.
They did all. So what it was is, Zoe, screw you, Lady B. Tell you, Zeus. Everyone's making Zangief. Zangief's a Street Fighter. That don't count. So they, after everything that you had with Oba and Tony and everything, he takes out the family. And he's,
I saw that. That was amazing, by the way.
Oh, 100%. But then they go instantly to Delta on top of like this mountainy thing as the clouds pull apart and everything. And it cuts to Halloween Havoc on a brick wall and shows her from behind. So you think that she's very going to show up at Halloween Havoc. She punches through the wall. And then Zarya in red lettering pulls up on the screen. And it's like, oh, Ziggler. That's his dead name. He's now Nemeth. But yes,
Ziggler.
Yeah, but I'm thinking, I was asking everybody of how many people and other wrestlers have a Z name. But
right,
like it's just so bad. Why couldn't you at least stay with Delta or something? Like Zarya's the best you could come up with.
Again, we've wondered. I don't know, because some of the naming in WWE is kind of crazy to me.
Stop using Chat GPT to come up with wrestlers' names. It doesn't work.
But we do have Ethan Page and Trick in the ring.
Right. Trick out here with a fucking white fur coat. And Bradley out there gifting the membership. So shout out Bradley. See who gets the lucky membership here. Hit him with a Jacob Fatu.
Trick looking like he's fresh out of the Holiday Inn.
Yeah. Well, Ethan looks like he checked him into the Holiday Inn.
Right?
Yes, Bradley, you missed my whole singing, my rendition of New York, New York by Sinatra.
There you go. Trick looking like a Mississippi pimp.
Cool.
This is good, though, man. And Ethan Page has brought a level of professionalism, a level of experience. I think Page, sooner than later, he's going to find himself on the main roster doing good things. He's really shown, if you give me a mic and give me an opportunity, I'm going to make the most of it. And I give the guy a lot of credit.
Oh, 100%. Like, we've talked about how Rampage and Ring of Honor and all of these other shows, when it comes to AEW, should be your developmental shows a bit and everything, especially your new and all of that. And Ethan Page could have been a fucking figurehead and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, he chose not to use him. And now he's over here getting used pretty well, I will say.
Yeah. Listen, I went on multiple rants about Gunther. He'll always be Walter to me. I haven't said Walter in a year.
Yeah.
It's never Walter. Like, I was like, I can't believe we're calling him Gunther. And oh my God. And what the fuck? And now it's just Gunther. It's Gunther. It works. We're good.
It sounds like those Zarya warrior princess.
It does. But again, did she have a say in it? Like we joke about every time we make fun of Mission, people remind us like she picked it because it means crazy and whatever. Like, okay, it still sucks.
Stop your friends from doing bad things. We have enough kids named Nevaeh. We all get it. Heaven spelt backwards. Stop doing it.
I know a Nevaeh too.
I do too. I almost wanted to do it if I had a kid. Stop doing it. It's overused. It's overplayed. Fucking be original. God damn it.
Bradley.
I love you, Bradley. My trouble.
Yeah. I appreciate Bradley. Bradley ran me the limits in fantasy hockey this week. I thought he had me on the ropes. So
there you go.
And he still showed up and gave a membership. So Solid man. Even in a losing effort, he's a solid man.
Right? It will never be worse than Pure Fusion Collective.
What did Anthony say to start that? Where is it?
I'm scrolling through things. Well, we'll say hi to the #1 football show. Hello.
What
From
up?
the #1 wrestling show to the #1 football show. Hello.
Oh, Anthony. I see
Not
what's
enough baby oil.
Yeah.
Misfit, what up?
No Diddy.
I like the way you work it. No Diddy.
No Diddy.
See, now you set Bradley off on a fucking tear here.
No, we appreciate you, Bradley. We really do. As his title will be on the line not once, but twice this weekend and next week. So we're about to play hot potato like the IC title.
Right. MDB instantly. Their name is Shazonia. That's kind of what I thought was Zarya. But so
anything goes.
Well, this is going to end up being they announced this as a Devil's Playground match while you were on your pause for the cause. Andre Chase is taking on Ridge in a ambulance match at Halloween Havoc.
You know, I thought it was interesting to get like a serious promo from Andre.
Was it really serious?
He was. I thought he was a lot more serious.
Fair enough. He just has that face of like, I can't take anything you say.
I was like, Reginald, I disagree.
But I don't know who besides these two like would be next that could be NXT champion.
Yeah, well, it's interesting because I mean, we still do have Oba. Tony's kind of been close a couple times or in the area. It'll be very interesting how they transition from here.
Does the loser of the Oba Lexus match go to the challenger here? Because Oba broke all of my rules of the laws of wrestling. He went over on the go home and looked super strong. So that normally means he's losing on the pay-per-view.
It'd be very interesting if he does lose. But this is a really good promo from Ethan and Trick. Trick hanging in there with him.
Right.
Solid.
Trick is good on the mic. It's just the in-ring stuff. It's like, I don't know if it's too fast or if he doesn't get pacing or anything. Like, there's something still in ring that doesn't fully click.
I think he's getting better, and I think that's why he had a bit of a feud with Pete Dunne and guys like that. Like, they kind of slowed him down. I literally think it's like that excitement, right? He's overexcited. So he's trying to do all the things, and his feet were moving faster than his mind. So he was getting ahead of himself, right? Like, he was thinking 2 moves ahead, but he hadn't completed the move he was doing. So he looked a bit like Bambi on ice at times.
Facts. John C., are they setting up for an ECW match? No, they're setting up for the match at Halloween Havoc, which is going to be a Devil's Playground, a.k.a. no disqualification.
Yeah, we're getting a no DQ match. We're getting an ambulance match with essentially a no DQ match with an ambulance involved. We're getting a tables, ladders, and scares match. I mean, the Halloween Havoc's going to be insane.
But at least though, if you're going to do it, it's like when WWE would do the Extreme Rules. Now, granted, their Extreme Rules were like kendo sticks. Ta-da! But if you're going to do to where all of the stipulations are on one show, I'm almost okay with it. Like, if you're making a special show, which Halloween Havoc is, that's pretty much just all stipulation matches, I'll take that.
Yeah. Scaffolding match. The classic. Where's New Jack when we need him? I'm predicting the Josh Alexander. We've been predicting this for quite a while, Wesley. I would really like this to happen. To see the North get back together. Plus, Josh has his own little new Canadian faction, which is kind of nice. So, be very interesting. And Nick, did you catch? Well, wait, I'll let this finish.
No, you're fine. I saw Ethan Page out there saying we're playing by Devil's rules, also my rules. Which then Trick did the sacred rule in wrestling. You don't turn your back on your opponent, and then Ethan just looked like a bitch.
I didn't mind that at all. And I mean, we got Cora and Roxy.
Yeah, pay attention to Lexus and Dante Chen in the back.
Dante's still on the fucking show. Good for Dante.
I more at times wonder, like, what conversation are they having? Like, regardless of the promo, I want to know what the conversation the people in the background are having.
I feel like Cora went away a girl and came back a woman. Like, she aged.
No, she's just been enhanced, my guy. And just all of the fucking glitter. Like, coming to the stage, Cora Jade. Kalani's just wearing her outfit just
Look at all the women.
Why was Kalani the tallest person here?
Jasmine might give her a run for the money, but it's the hair that might top it up.
Fair enough. Well, Fallon out here. Hey, it's Soul Ruka.
Give me some soul. Let's go. I love NXT MTV.
But again, this has been a women forward show.
That's a good
and NXT tends to be this. This isn't like a one-off experience and everything. NXT is normally a women's wrestling forward show.
Yeah, I mean, again, no show highlights and utilizes their women's division more than NXT. And we watch all the wrestling. Who is Soul Ruka wrestling tonight?
I do not know, sir. I do not know. I did not know if she was wrestling tonight, unless she's. The only time I had seen her earlier tonight was when she was backstage with Brindley Reese and Carmen Petrovich when Shante Villadanis was trying to put his mech down.
All right, so Hookah, because she's smoking. Well played, sir. Well played. My God, Trick horrible at promos. I mean, again, I just watched the same promo you did. Are we not giving the guy any credit? I thought. Did you feel like it was terrible from Trick? I thought the back and forth between him and Ego did fine.
No, I'm starting to more question of Paul. What is it exactly that you do like in wrestling? Because I feel like that list might be shorter than the things you don't like.
Right. I mean, again, is he The Rock and you give him or an Austin? No, but I think that I've seen improvement in the guy.
Gilly's saying Trick is a mumble rapper. No. He's a terrible rapper. I will say that. His few songs, if you want to call them songs, are bad.
Right. Yeah, it is with it. Yeah, for sure. Carmen Patrol. Oh, she's wrestling Carmen? Babyface.
I guess. Oh, Soul versus Carmen. I really need Eco. What up? As we are in commercial break right now.
We are, sir.
What in the fantastic why are we doing like superhero Christmas movie with fucking Dwayne Jeebus? All right. I need to go just collect myself after watching this abomination.
Right. Go away, Kalane. This is not very nice. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're on a commercial break. Nick taking a pause for the cause. Up next, we are getting an unannounced match, but I will remind everybody we are here Sunday for Halloween Havoc. We're also here on Saturday for Bound for Glory, and we'll be keeping an eye on the other wrestling going on. But Bound for Glory is stacked, and it's going to be a fun one. Halloween Havoc's building up as we speak, so that's going to be good as well. Do not miss out. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Click that little bell. You never know when we're going to pop up by surprise, and you never know we're going to bring you some more content. Also, we will be here tomorrow for Dynamite. Big show tomorrow. Lots to figure out. They're really selling us on Moxley as far as warning. Moxley's on the loose. And they are 1 week away from Fright Night Dynamite. So should be very interesting what they have as they head towards Full Gear. And yeah, very interesting time. So be here for all the shows, all the action, all the fun. Bound for Glory is going to be good, and Anthony's going to be here to tell us all about it. Yes. Bound for Glory Saturday, Halloween Havoc on Sunday. I believe we're live at 7 p.m. both nights this weekend, so be there. Good weekend. We're going straight through. We'll be here Saturday, Sunday, and then we go all week. And then we have brunch with the boys because we are getting Crown Jewel November 2nd. We will be here live early in the day. I believe we go live at something like 10 a.m. So be here for that. Stay posted, stay up to date. And yeah, we got a lot more going on. Who do you think attacked Adriana Rizzo? Is someone going to side with Oba? That's a good question. I mean, Rizzo hasn't wrestled much, so don't have a whole lot of enemies back there. That's a very good question. I don't have a good answer. Someone also asked, were we going to see any ECW alum? I would expect we'll see some ECW tie-in. Like I said, RVD's been around. Maybe a Tommy Dreamer could get the nod. Maybe somebody like Bully Ray, who I believe is on a Legends deal. I do think there's an opportunity there for some ECW. Hey, I mean, if they want to kind of go to their own people as well, not go all the way to OG, you have like Sheamus, who was an ECW champion, quote unquote. It'll be a very interesting night, and I think they're going to go big as far as going head-to-head on a Wednesday. They're going to want to do extremely well. The 2300 Arena is going to be a fun show. Again, for a nostalgia mark like myself, I'm up for it. Carmen heel turn, apparently. Yes, Gordon, we will be here for Bound for Glory. We would not miss it for the world. It is one of my favorite pay-per-views every year. Whether you love TNA or you hate TNA or you don't watch it, I'm telling you, Bound for Glory is usually one of the best shows year in and year out. I hope they don't prove me wrong. We will be here live 7 p.m. Saturday. We'll also be live 7 p.m. on Sunday for Halloween Havoc. So a busy weekend for us here at the channel. Soul for the win. Let's see what the chat has to say about that. As what is it saying? 78% going Soul for the win. As we are off and running. I'm a big fan of Soul Ruka. She's been popping up in TNA, so I like that. I almost had a Lillian moment. It happens. It happens. That's why I don't criticize like the little things. Lillian had a moment where she had, she's still trying to get her shit together. But she did extremely well last night. Some people hyper focused on it. Other people are like, see, this means, look, the WWE's failing. Lillian can't even do her job. She was at home on the couch. She didn't even wake up employed by the company. So yeah, we're good. Kalani is mid, like Mello. I haven't found a whole lot of love for Kalani. I think they're doing okay with Kalani. I do think that title, that North American title, could probably move on and maybe somebody a little more intriguing. She's not she's not lacking talent, but she does lack a little charisma. Mello, on the other hand, I mean, Mello's doing good things. We're going to see. I find it funny. Friday, SmackDown, Game 7. They're calling it Game 7, not Match 7. Game 7. Mello and Andrade. I agree with you, buddy. Eric and Ron SmackDown is not live. Yeah, but we will be here, so drop in. I agree with you. I don't know. That was good. I think Jada Parker. Jada Parker is an interesting show, Richard. Could Zarya have attacked her? That'd be interesting, but again, I don't really know the rhyme or reason why she would. Ashante in the crowd, by the way. Matt Cardona show up at ECW Arena. KJ, yeah, that'd be interesting as hell, Danny. Though it's been interesting how they all, the Cardona and getting back to you, like he didn't stick with AEW. He didn't find a way to work something out. I don't know what happened there. And then, a lot of times he's kind of teased, maybe I'll come back. I don't know. It's a weird dynamic with Cardona right now. What up? May the blunt be with you. What I miss? A good old stoner. Hey, what I miss? Half the show, my guy. No, not a bad NXT so far, actually. Lots going on. You're going to have to hit rewind if you want to know everything. Great weekend for wrestling. Let's go. Motor City Machine Guns win the throne, dethrone the bloodline. My prediction because of Jey. I mean, that's highly possible, Damien. I mean, I think MCMG is going to beat DIY. I think it's going to be a hell of a match. I think it's going to be super exciting. But, yeah, I mean, MCMG go after the titles. The bloodline shouldn't look weak, but Jey, Jimmy, maybe they cost it. I could see that. Springboard by Soul, crossbody. Deuce. I feel Soul is going to main roster soon because of her gear change though I don't like it. William, I think I lost you a bit in the second half there. I think she's going to stay in NXT for a little bit, and I do think there's a bit more of a paramount on keeping NXT talent. I know a lot of talk about when's Roxy going, when's this person going. I do think they want this third brand to kind of have some people, like they want to build on some of the talent they have. Soul hasn't done a lot as Carmen's getting distracted as Ashante leaving with her friend. Surfboard. Stole snatch. And we got a 1, 2, 3. Stole snatcher. One of the best move names in the business. Soul snatches another soul. Those aren't my words. I heard them. As we're in the back with Nikita and Tyson DuPont and Tyreek Igwe. I don't know. Well, I don't know. I'm a Nikita fan. I'm very interesting if she keeps talking like that, if I can tolerate it. She might have to be a heel. Whew. Yeah, I don't know. And when does Adonis, wrestle? Oh, it's Oba. Oba getting a little flirty with Nikita. There's a joke in that segment, but I can't say it. She's supposed to want. Nah. Raw and SmackDown have enough talent to push. They don't. Yeah, and again, my concern at times, Boston, is if you bring up a Roxy or if you bring up a Soul, where do they fit in the mix? How do you make them relevant, or do they just kind of float? There are several women right now on the main roster that are working for more time. We've seen Mia Yim get a little more love, Chelsea, Piper. They're building there. But now where, Roxy is at the top of this mountain, if you throw her into the main roster, she could get eaten alive. Yeah, I didn't mean to click on that, bro. I thought it. I didn't mean to click on it, though. Nikita attacked Adriana. It kind of feels that that's possible. She dropped her jacket. She might work better as a heel. I'm not going to lie. As folks, we are in a commercial break right now. Oba with a Nikita. She attacked Rizzo. Yeah, it might have been Nikita in the backstage with the candlestick. Hank and Tank out the mud up next, folks. So I will put that in the chat. Let me know how you feel about it. Who wins? Again, Hank and Tank have come a long way. I feel like Nick and I coined Hank and Tank before anyone else did. But they are up next against OTM. We haven't seen a whole lot from OTM, so this should be an interesting match. Hopefully it's a decent one, and we'll see what they have for us here tonight. Everybody shooting their shot. Yeah, I mean, again, NXT getting a little feral back there. Raw have enough men, but not enough women. I would argue that Raw has plenty of women, my guy. And again, it's still, I mean, if you tune in, you're getting a lot of Liv Morgan. You're getting a lot of Rhea Ripley. You're getting a lot of Raquel now. You're getting a lot of the women's tag titles. We saw it last night. SmackDown, you're getting Nia a lot. You're getting Tiffany a lot. You still have Bayley kicking around. We've seen a lot of damage control on Raw. I don't think Raw and SmackDown are lacking. I mean, again, and if you bring up a Roxanne and you put her in the mix, who does she bump out? Are you going to book Roxanne to go over who? We're still waiting on, we're watching Lyra develop and go through phases. Chance and Carter just came back. We're trying to figure out where they fit into the mold. Unholy Union is still trying to figure their shit out. So there's a lot. I got you, bro. I thought it, man. I thought it. But, again, I don't want to offend the snowflake. Wank and crank. That's not bad. That should be their arch nemesis. Hank and Tank up against Wank and Crank tonight. Did Nikita win last week? Yes, she did. Hank and Tank. People saying Booker T is bad on commentary. Is he worse than Excalibur, Tony Schiavone, KJ Nick? Listen, I don't get it. I don't get the Booker T hate. I don't get why, and I'm all ears. I don't know what Booker T does so wrong on commentary. I don't. I don't mind his energy. I don't mind when he's kind of acting a little stupid. It's very similar, not the same, but similar to like when Pat is on commentary. I mean, as the color commentary, as the color man, and that sounds all kinds of wrong. But he's there to add that vibe, that spice. You have Vic calling it right down the middle. You have, very playing it straight, and then you have the energy. You always had that. JR, the king. Gorilla, Heenan. You always had someone playing it off. There is no worse commentary in wrestling than Schiavone and Excalibur. Nobody is worse. They are absolutely the worst. The fact that Excalibur's been allowed to wear a mask on TV for 5 years and he was never a lucha. I don't even know if he's Mexican. I don't get it. He's horrible. He spends more time just cheering like a fan opposed to calling and telling the story. Schiavone's just a bona fide cheerleader. They could have Mauro. They could use Nigel in the front. They had Ian Riccaboni there. They have so many options. Excalibur and Tony Schiavone, to me, for my money, Damien, are the worst in the business. Right? They don't do a good job of conveying story. They yell a lot. They tell you what moves are. Oh, Tope, Horker. They don't tell a good story. They don't convey emotion very well. And then, like, you get JR to come in, but then JR plays third fiddle. Every once in a while, JR is like, I can't believe that. And that's all. Like, you have so much talent as we're fighting already. 62% going for Hank and Tank. Raw has women. A lot of them aren't over. Fair enough. I mean, again, I do say that NXT does book their women's division better. I have said that. But Naomi, Naomi's over. Tiff's over. I mean, I think they're doing okay. Raw has, again, I think they're doing okay, though. And they're doing better than most companies. Oh. We get a two. Yeah, she did accept the heel win. Speaking of heels.
I was going to say, speaking of having a two, but yeah.
Excalibur is definitely not Mexican. Speaking of not Mexican.
Facts. Will confirm. Can confirm. How do you feel about, why is Bronco still out here with the Rip Hamilton mask? You would have thought by now that shit would have cleared up, my guy.
Apparently not.
Maybe he's just, like I said, maybe he's just doing the Rip Hamilton shit of just, I wrestle better with the mask on. Mm-hmm. But I feel like with homie from Xfinity / NASCAR, if he wasn't showing up in full, like, just hopped out the car gear, no one would know who the fuck he is.
I still don't know who the fuck he is, so we're good.
He's got CW on his shirt, so that's all that matters.
Where's Dick Trickle? He's my favorite.
Down the side of my leg.
Imagine Rhea Ripley versus Zarya. Yeah, I mean, again, Delta, if for those who don't know, apparently it's going to be Zarya. Her versus Rhea. A lot of people have talked about this being a future powerhouse match. Yes.
Yeah, as long as she's not saying fucking Zarya. Like, it's still Sultan.
Zarya. Yeah, I mean,
we're now on a fucking tear.
What is your overall feelings of Booker?
I know I love me some Booker T. Shucky ducky, quack quack. Trust me, when he's out there, when he was, want to try and pretend I can remember the names off the top of my head, but when you have, it's Black Snow in Chet Steele or something like that, when it was him and Kevin Nash doing commentary
right
for TNA with the Main Event Mafia, and
yeah.
Booker's out there. Oh, Booker T hitting him with another kick. Oh, Booker T hitting him with this. Hey,
they're a pretty good tag team match considering I didn't know it was going to
and
happen.
Lola getting her hands on Miss Parker.
Hello, LA Lola. Oh, nice spear. This show's been all over the place. I mean, a little frantic, kind of like last night with Raw.
It's paced at a fucking clip here.
Well, they're getting used to doing 2-hour shows, Nick.
Chet Lemon and Black Snow. Thank you, C-Money.
That's what it. Yeah, thank you.
I was trying to remember Nash's name, but yeah. As Hagen Tank pick up the win, and I like this from C-Money too as well, saying Dick Trickle usually clears up after a trip to the urologist.
They got a cream for that now.
They got ointments.
Excalibur's also a jerk. You jerk.
They don't know what Excalibur actually looks like without the mask, so just anyone that
why does he wear a mask? When was he a luchador?
In his dreams.
Paul, that's the funniest thing I've heard all day.
So we're getting
when I said it. How do I tell you what his job is without telling you what his job is?
Hank and Tank and the most Caucasian of Caucasians out here trying to do the little my hips don't lie with Lola Vice.
That guy dances like a fucking slinky.
He dances like your cousin at a bachelor party. But we haven't talked about Ava out here, which how you doing, Ava?
She looks a little more pro tonight. Maybe because
she's officially retired. She's officially retired. I was waiting to set it up. It's like they don't trust me or something. No, they don't trust your fucking facial hair, my guy. You have fucking octagons in shit that shouldn't have shit. You have rectangles on your face. What the fuck are you doing? Yeah, I take a case of Terramon to say how you doing to Ava Rain. I'll just say, but yeah, Naval Rain. But yeah, as we are in commercial break, would you like to address the retirement of your favorite wrestling superstar?
Yeah, for those who don't know, I said this to you. We laughed about it a little. Ava saying that she's gonna just she's okay, hanging the boots up and just being a personality, an on-screen personality instead of an in-ring. Again, can you really retire from something you didn't really do?
Because she was doing so much in-ring action beforehand. Right. I think we even pointed out where I mentioned, I was like, she had what, 1, maybe 2 matches tops?
I think she had 1, but again, I want everyone to know I'm officially retiring from the NHL. I am no longer going to participate with the professional hockey. I'm stepping aside. I'm happy with my position now.
He spent 17 years on their C team.
Whoever picked the women's outfit tonight is the real MVP. I think they picked their own.
I would hope so. I hope that there's not like and Lola, you get to wear this tonight, and it's just the sable 2 handprints.
Yeah, no, that's not good.
Yeah, I know we've said things about things before, but yeah, no, they get to pick what they wear. They pick their own attire.
Ava looked a little more pro tonight. I'll give her credit. She didn't look like she was managing a hot topic.
How you doing? You looking at
MTP, stop it. Ava was a good heel. When?
Now I feel fucking halfway stupid with egg on my face when I was saying she could be like the Rhea Ripley to the Schism. How'd the Schism turn out? It fucking dried on a mattress.
She was the Rhea Ripley of the Schism. They went down quick, like I
said, it just dried on a mattress.
I had more matches in WWE games over the years. A fact. They better never let me be in charge. Yeah, no, MDB.
Everyone's got knee pads from head, shoulders, knees, and
just Just knee pads and
knee pads on knee pads.
They're all dressed very saucy. Oh,
I think they're just saucy. You don't need, when you have a fine piece of steak, you don't need to add a bunch of shit to it. It's just already fine as is.
Ava had 6 matches. Shut up.
With who?
I know she had like the one. I can remember a tag like a.
She's got to have more teeth in that fucking mouth because she's been fighting with them in her fucking mouth. So how many matches are we counting here? That's got to be at least 32 then.
Did she really have 6 matches? Did you Google that shit?
You talk, I will Google. You talk, I'll Google.
That shows you how good her career was. I can't recall.
I can't recall a one. No, I
remember she got the pin on somebody someday.
Not the New Day, but someday.
Michael Cole officially re-signed. I'm not shocked. Anthony, thank you for the super chat. Gamer loves Ava Rain. He super does, especially her upper lip.
She got a stiff upper lip.
Right. Oh, there you go. And that's not bad. Selena Vega versus Ivy and Iowa. That should actually be a really good match. Should be a fun one.
Give me okay. So
nothing but knee pads, baby.
She actually has had. Okay, so
5 of them had to be dark matches, bro.
Ivy Nile defeats Ava. Heatwave 2023 was August 22nd of 2023. Okay. Ava defeats Ivy Nile. NXT house show. So house show doesn't count. House show. So yeah, 3 of these are house shows. So okay. Instant disqualification. So on TV, what she has had was the Ivy Nile match, which was her most recent match in August of last year. Beyond that was Schism versus the Diamond Mine in June of last year. June 6th.
That's one I think I remember.
Yeah, that was an NXT TV show. And then her first match was Chase U versus Tyler Bate, Chase U and Tyler Bate defeat Schism. So she's wrestled twice with Schism, and then she's had 1 singles match.
Right. The only wrestler I didn't mind not wearing knee pads was Taz.
Well, because those would have been a neck brace on that man. And then that begs the question, does he have a neck? As we're getting a replay of Ridge just destroying Chase U.
I will say this. I've been very critical.
This isn't bad of him cutting the promo in the ambulance with the shit going off and everything.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And his beard definitely darker. Yes. They just for men that fucking beard.
Yeah.
Because he was blonde 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
I've been critical of Chase U, Nick, but what they've done with Andre since the kind of the build here and Ridge, it's actually got some juice to it. It's got a little bit of a fucking heartbeat now.
A bit, and we're getting Kalani versus a member of Fatal Influence at Halloween Havoc. We're getting so we're running through the card here, brought to you by Diablo 4 Vessel of the Hatred. # not sponsored. If anyone company wants to sponsor us, you know how to reach us. It's scrolling right beneath you right now.
Right. Tad's built like Geodude. Facts.
Well, we've had the first confession here as Tony's getting interviewed backstage here, but Ringsider Anthony finally confessing his love for Boston. So could we have the first marriage in Wrestling for Life history? We'll see.
You're certified to do it too.
Exactly. I'm an ordained minister in 2 religions. I can get you. So I can do this today. We can do this as a live stream.
We're gonna live
now. Are you the flower girl or the ring bearer? Which one?
I'm the ring bearer, but you got to guess who the ring is.
Barnum and Bailey, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Celtics use Knicks paddle to spank the Knicks tonight. It's always been some weird. Oh. Giulia and Stephanie showing up right now here. Oh, and they're eye to eye, toe to toe, and this is interessante with the Sky Pirates and the connection. Ho ho ho. Yeah, it was always so weird of having a team in your home state that shares technically your name, or at least the way it's pronounced, that you're not a fan of. I was never a Knicks fan, even though I'm a Nick.
Even though I'm a Nick.
This looks like the
Giulia and
steampunk
Io
chick,
interaction.
cowgirl, and the sorority sister all decided they hate you.
It does look like Halloween night at the sorority house.
You've pissed off all of the houses.
This
Giulia and Io interaction, Boston and Anthony, Billy and Chuck, a wee bit. So who's Rico? MDB is going to be the Rico.
MDB's Rico. Did somebody say 3 minutes?
3 minutes.
Donovan Bennett. Okay.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're on a commercial break right now.
Fair enough. Who's this Bennett person you speak of?
I actually think it's it's commercial.
Okay, I was like, are we talking about the kingdom there from AEW? Are they going to be moving over to NXT here? I'm the best man. So see, we're only getting the the invitation list out the way here. You don't need to send out invites and everything. We're getting already everybody's RSVPing. Gifts can be accepted, folks, in the form of super chat, super sticker, or membership to the Wrestling for Life Network. They're registered with the Wrestling for Life Network. That's how you can send your gifts and your care packages and everything.
Right.
As long as they wear knee pads, we shall be fine. Who is hosting Havoc? You mean like Jessica Havoc or Halloween Havoc?
Right.
Too many Havocs. Vance and KJ Ava dressing classic tonight. She looks good. I've been a fan of Ava. This man can't stand her.
I complimented her because she looks like she's trying to be a little more adult. My biggest issue
she wore nothing different than what she was wearing before. Apparently, it took her retiring for you to appreciate her.
A little more professional tonight. She didn't look like a fucking a Hot Topic manager. She didn't look like she was about to make me fucking fries and a Big Mac. Like, she looked like she was taking her job seriously.
You're like every other fair weather fan. The second that she says she's retired and everything like that, and she sells seashells by the seashore too. But that she said she's retired, and all of a sudden, oh, she's great. Oh, she's fine. Oh, I don't mind her.
Maybe because she retired from in-ring, she's taking her job a little more serious, covered up her belly.
Yeah, because she hasn't had a match, my guy, in over a year. She was really fucking hard out there. Yeah.
But again,
she was one day away from challenging for the world title.
Next week she'll be back in fishnets and mini skirts and fuck it all up. So who knows? But tonight, again, I can't criticize her because she did look a little more professional in a sleek black dress opposed to a mini skirt and a fucking halter top.
I wouldn't mind feeling her punch cup, across the fraternity punch bowl here. That seems to be NXT.
Christy Hemme has joined. Yes, that did come out today, Damien. Christy Hemme has joined the marketing ahead of matchmaking. I thought she went to marketing.
Matchmaker, make me a match, find me a find.
Right.
Christy Hemme in matchmaking.
Right. No navel. See, people get it. KJ's right. No belly. There you go. I'm not crazy. We're in the world of Asuka. Asuka's hurt.
Right.
Scarlett and the Blackheart are the hosts of Halloween Havoc. Eric Tate. Is that legit happening? It's marketing. Thank you.
It's alleged. They've normally been the host, or at least Shotzi especially has been the host of Halloween Havoc. They've now done their own kind of, did Smell-O-Vision just apparently inherit, share screen there to where he's telling me I need to take a shower. I actually did before the stream, so how you doing?
But here comes Stephanie Vaquer, folks. The Dark Angel. It's so good.
See why that's a new twist and everything versus going from Delta to fucking Zoltan and shit.
The only reason, like I said, she can't keep Delta. Like Giulia kept Giulia, Stephanie Vaquer kept Stephanie. Like if they could have kept Delta, I think they would have. I don't know how they landed on Zarya, but again, she'd be Delta if she could be Delta.
I don't know.
What do you mean?
Because I mean, you see like a Taya Valkyrie and everything like that. That it could be that in WWE, but she's at an AEW.
Yeah, but I don't get your point.
I'm saying I feel I'm loosely grabbing at straws here.
You're definitely loosely.
Yeah, but to where I don't see why all of a sudden it needed to shift now and everything. Like
because she couldn't do it. If she could do it, she would have done it. Like,
but I feel like other companies managed to find a way.
They just did with 2 other talent, Nick. They just did it with.
Well, then why is a third an issue?
Because obviously there's a reason they couldn't. That's what it feels like it wasn't their choice. Like if they could have kept her with Delta, they probably would have ran it. They just did it with Giulia. They just did it with Stephanie. There had to be a reason. I don't know if it was Delta Airlines or Delta whatever. I don't know if there had been a previous thing. I have no idea why, but clearly they couldn't run forward with Delta. Triple H doesn't seem a guy that gets caught up on names. MCMG is still MCMG. They didn't just pick Delta.
But I guess that's more of just it's a shit name and it's pissing me off.
Woo! No, Giulia's entrance is phenomenal, and she is a star.
100%. Well, again, now you're establishing a murderer's row amongst the NXT women's roster, especially towards that main title.
Right.
Like there's people that actually think that because we're getting Roxanne and Cora versus Stephanie and Giulia in a tag team, that it's almost not the best thing because it's stagnating. It's, setting a bottle cap on, where we're at with this world title.
Yeah, those people are stupid.
Well, I just said they were people. You said what you said.
Right. Like, I mean, again, it's a way to highlight. You just had Cora come back in the mix. It's a good way to highlight all 4 of these women all at the same time. And you don't want to give it all away. Like you have a whole calendar to fill, bringing them in and doing what they're doing. I have no problem with it. Like, I don't understand how people find the fucking negatives in everything. I can't believe we're getting these 4 great wrestlers.
When you look for negatives, you tend to find them. Which is interesting too. We're getting to see Stephanie and Giulia team up together and a bit establish themselves before we have them take on Roxanne and Cora, who have been here for a minute. No, I'm just saying if we're seeing the team that establishes themselves a bit before they face guys or gals who have been there.
What do you mean, like have them come? But wait, what?
I'm liking the fact that we're seeing Giulia and Stephanie tag together before the tag match is what I was saying, because we're seeing them have a match and see them work as a team together.
And you can't have everybody come in and just beat your champion right away. I mean, you can do it at times, but there has to be, you can't always do it, right? And again, all right, so Giulia beats Roxy. Giulia is the champion. Steph comes in. Does Steph beat Giulia the first night she tries? That's probably not a good plan. So you make them friends. You build on the fact that they have a past history together. You put them together. Then you have a main event that comes together. I love it. And I mean, again, right now they look like a well-oiled machine.
As we got a 619 and we're now teaming up with a double elbow drop on Fallon here.
Spaz, you got an extremely good point. Thank you so much for the super chat to say it. And that's the point. I find so often wrestling fans have an opinion about what is happening without understanding why things are happening. They don't care about whys. They're just like, I don't like it. I don't get it.
I feel like I probably know why, but I still don't like it.
Well, I mean, again, I have no idea how they landed on it, but if she wanted to be Delta and they could make her Delta, she'd be Delta. I don't think they were going to pick on her.
Alpha, Omega, fucking something along that lines instead of goddamn Zoltan.
Again, if they sat down with her and said, listen, you can't be Delta for X, Y, and Z reason, and she said, I would like to be Zarya, I don't know. But like blaming, oh, I can't believe they did this to her. It was like when people said MCMG was going to NXT, I can't believe they signed the contract. They know what they're getting into. And again, as people who have no clue how we got here, again, they just gave Giulia her name. They just gave Motor City their name. They're not going to just like, you lady out of the crowd, like, you're cool, fuck you. Like, it's not going to be like
I'm
that.
not blaming anyone. I just still think it's bad.
What's bad?
The name.
Like the name she chose, the name she has.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Of the name itself is bad. I'm not blaming whoever picked it. Whoever picked it, you should at least have stones thrown about the head and face. But yes, no. I don't care. Then have stones thrown about the head and face. But I still think it's a bad name. I'm not blaming anything. I understand that. Obviously, like you even mentioned, WWE is willing to go with what's been established and just go with it and everything. Like there was granted the whole talk about, the Fuego brothers instead of the Lucha Bros and all of that. Mm-hmm. That maybe ruffled some feathers and everything. So I could see where people would think that idea. I'm not saying I think it's a WWE fault. It's anybody's fault. I just don't think it's a bad name.
Okay, so you would have named her something else. Okay.
Yes.
Fair enough. Who's ready for Sunday Halloween Havoc? I'm ready. Let's go. It seems pretty stacked up, and we will be here live Saturday and Sunday, as I've said. We're looking forward to Bound for Glory and Halloween Havoc this weekend. It's going to be a fun weekend, and we go straight through all the way to Brunch with the Boys as we bring you Crown Jewel as well. And then November's busy. I mean, it's got more coming your way. Lots to talk about, lots to get into. Survivor Series at the end of the month. Full Gear's in there somewhere. There's a lot. Vaquer is completely over, AB. I completely agree with you.
Right. Absolutely.
Ringsider Anthony. That is the funniest comment of the night, sir.
Oh, my fuck. You're going to trigger fucking 316. He's been quiet for a minute. Now he's going to show up like a fucking zombie.
Stephanie Vaquer is a star. She's my Liv Morgan. There you go. MDB jumped ship more than fucking Gilligan over here.
Well, and she's talented in the ring. They're still they're dosing you with it instead of just instantly. You should know who she is and just run with it. They're slowly gripping it. You get the video package. That's after she's already debuted and everything, and you slowly play it into it.
Yeah.
Maybe Tony Khan calls himself Delta 3. No, I think he's probably smoking some Delta 3. That's how we got fucking hologram and shit.
Hilarious. Yeah. As we return to the action, folks.
Right. As Giulia and Fallon right now. And
nice roll up. Nice
shout out to Skycam guy of just, it's a good shot. It's a good shot. Jordan Hogan. Now, we can talk about this either now or in a minute here if you want to. The conversation that, again, WWE is just pillaging TNA of that. They became buddies with TNA, and then now we pillage.
Yeah, I'm still not worried about the pillaging because so much good has happened for TNA and so much has gone TNA's way as well. Again, I think there will be people that sign, but I also think there will be people that end up over there. Yeah, I don't think they're just going to be assholes about it. This isn't Vince McMahon. They want a working relationship, and you can't do that if you just rob them blind. I mean, will you get Jordan? Yeah, you're probably going to get Jordan, but will they get an opportunity to have other people? And I mean, we've seen Luca, we've seen Tatum Paxley, we've seen others get involved. We've seen, Rosemary over here. They're doing really well keeping that relationship strong. The idea that they're just going to gut it, I don't see it happening.
No. I mean, there's still always been the discussion of they potentially purchase it, which would be interesting. I still think that they could always throw an AJ Styles there. I mean, Moose is on like an 8, 9, 10-year contract. Like, he ain't going nowhere. So I think you're still going to see. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. It was a completely just random stoner thought. But the story going around today about, or the last couple of days about Jericho's contract coming up in 2025, mathematically, I didn't think that's accurate. I don't think that story is true. Now, I could be wrong, but I thought he signed like an 8-year contract in 2020, or 2022.
Fair enough. I mean,
wow.
I don't think there's anyone enough that cares. Yeah.
Stephanie's outstanding.
Remember when she made Mercedes actually look competent as a wrestler?
Mm-hmm. Listen, if you had Stephanie Vaquer and Mercedes Moné standing in front of you, and you only had enough money to sign one, who are you signing? Who are you signing, folks?
And folks, we're talking about more than $20 of pocket cash.
Hey, WWE can make a killing if they put those days long past us, and they could do a 3-year calendar at this point. But remember, you used to get like the Divas VHSs and shit. Oh, thank you, Trish.
Right, and then I hit puberty.
Yeah, all over the place. I was gonna.
Oh shit!
It's official. It's official. Bully Ray will be in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, ACW Arena when NXT goes against Dynamite. There you go. It's already beginning.
Well, no, he said not Bully Ray, but Billy Ray, his distant cousin, the forgotten Dudley brother, Billy Ray, will be there.
Right?
Iris, you'll be out there playing my achy breaky ratings.
Right. Maybe the Dudleys put over Hank and Tank at 2,300. I don't know if Devon can go. Can Devon go?
Oh no, I would see it to where they'd be doing the spot of it's like Tank and he's like, you know, get the table. Or like he's up there. What up?
Baz, thank you again. There are 4 women in WWE right now that are active on all 3 shows, but sure, Ripley is. There you go. Took the time to don't fall into the traps, Baz. We're just ignoring it quietly.
Right.
Tomorrow on AEW Dynamite. Tomorrow is AEW Dynamite. Yes, we will be here live.
Right. I like this from Hypocrisy Police. That we've now got fighting police squads between Hypocrisy Police and the Knee Pad Police. But what's up with these names? Hank Walker, Tank Ledger, and Cole Custer. Sounds like an episode of Walker, Texas Ranger. I'll tell you what.
It was Cole Custer with the tire iron in the garage.
In the parking lot.
Oh, Daisy gets kicked in the head and then chucked from the ring. Oh, is this match clunky, sir? Just curious. Asking for a friend.
Who you asking?
Oh, here's Roxy.
1, 2. Yeah, who you asking if this clunky? This is not at all that. This is Chucky Ducky Quack Quack as Kalani pulling down Jasmine Inks. Ah, shit, that's who she's gonna face for the belt.
That's a good match. Kalani and Jasmine's great.
Yeah, it's a good match to watch. It doesn't sell me on a pay-per-view though.
Well, they're not going to sell you on that match on the pay-per-view. Well, having Jasmine go after the belt is great, especially if she can win it. That'd be much.
You think she wins it? You think she wins it?
I think Kalani's due to lose. She's been a little lackluster and she's had it for a while.
Fair enough. Stephanie, she had to roll back through for 1, 2, 3.
And that move though, get the win.
That move though, that people aren't going to realize was a blunder until now, to where JC was rolling too far the other way, and Stephanie had to pull her back. Of like, no, this is the go home moment. Of you come here and I pin you now.
Right.
But so Giulia and Stephanie standing tall, and so this has got to be your end of the show moment here for. Yeah. NXT, unless we're gonna probably get Roxanne and Cora showing up because we already had the confrontation, all that.
Oh,
the shoulder breaker, so good.
There you go. Yeah, I think I'm okay with Jasmine going after that North American title. Jasmine's shown that she's ready to go. Like, she needs to get in some matches, so I like it.
Right. Well, and it is still one member of Fatal Influence, so I just assume because she went out there and confronted Jasmine, then it's going to go that way.
Mm-hmm.
A dream matchup is what they're already calling it between Roxanne and Cora.
Absolutely. Let's go. Lonnie,
I get why they're doing this, but I don't like you're shoehorning Kalani here.
How? Like, I don't understand.
No,
why.
I'm saying with the holding up of both their arms and everything.
What's the big deal?
It would have been better if you had that moment and Kalani wasn't there. Kalani's not involved in this feud. She doesn't
moment at all. My guy.
I feel like you're using Giulia and Stephanie's buzz and heat and everything to get some attention to Kalani.
She's going to fight one of the people that were in the match. That's what the standoff is.
She doesn't need to be holding their fucking hands up, though. She can still be there and clap and everything.
What? She's not allowed to sell to the with the other baby faces? That's so weird. You stand in the corner, Kalani, as they spun the wheel.
Hey, we're getting all the videos. We're getting lights. Are we going to get Zoltan here tonight? I thought we were going to get.
Wait a minute, hold on.
They keep cutting through everything. I'm going to call her Delta to the Delta is here.
She is in the house.
Delta is in him.
They went to spin the wheel and everything goes off.
Bro, I thought they were halfway selling into it. As I get News 7 now, and I thought they were cutting to a fucking video or something.
That's it. We go off the air. That's a tease. I like it.
Zoltan.
Cooking match. Giulia and Steph Vaquer win. Yes, they did. 9 out of 10. All right, ladies and gentlemen, NXT has gone off the air. You give us your ratings out of 10. Let us know how you felt about the show tonight. What did you like? What didn't you like? As Nick and I wrap it up here on the channel. But yeah, a good show, a great ending to that show. Yeah, I mean, nobody expected Delta or Zarya or whatever the fuck to be in the building tonight. So kind of a neat ending as Fatal Influence went to spin the wheel and everything went out. So yeah, very interesting.
Well, and I asked this, and I think this might have been when you were on your pause, because when we got the whole thing of, I was wondering if they were going to bring her in independent to everything, which clearly we're not at this point, because I thought they were waiting until Halloween Havoc. Do you think she sides with Cora and Roxanne as kind of their enforcer, what have you? Or if we get this trio of the international women that are making waves and kicking names and all of that in NXT here? Because I feel like she's at this point, she's clearly going to be involved in this tag match.
Yeah, definitely feels like they're alluding to it a little bit. I don't imagine, I think the column A is a little more likely in the sense that you generally wouldn't have her side with the baby faces and outnumber the heels unless the heels had somebody up their pocket. But they are presenting her as a bit of a lone wolf. Like in those vignettes, it was like her versus the world. So I again, maybe on the side of the heels, if anything, it'd be very intriguing. Definitely got some questions to answer come Sunday.
Right.
9 out of 10. WWE crowds are just so much more lively than AEW fans. It's audience participation. It's the fact that the wrestlers are over, and it's proof, Willie, that you can send down all the good wrestlers with good work rate. If they don't connect with the audience, even their own audience, the crowd will go quiet. And that's the difference. NXT has so much, and WWE has so much going on for the fans, so much interaction, so many things to cheer for. And that's the difference.
Well, and it's the same time you go to a movie or anything like that, you go to any sort of show and everything. When the audience is engaged and interacting with it and cheering and applauding and this and that, you instantly, everything gets like a plus 10 bonus of everything seems a little bit better versus if you go and watch, it could be a fucking Spielberg, Oppenheimer, fucking Martin Scorsese, whatever the fucking movie and everything. But if everyone's sitting there with their hands in their pockets.
Wait, you don't give a shit and you were cheering?
No, you missing the whole fucking analogy here, asshole.
I don't know what you're saying. No, I
know. It could be the greatest movie that it's going to win all. It's going to be, up for all the awards and everything. But if everyone's sitting there watching their fucking hands in their pockets, it's kind of some bullshit.
But yeah, you got to entertain the people, and you got to have a reason for them to get up. It's the job of the booker and the job of the wrestlers to get the crowd involved. And I think WWE is doing a great job with that, with multiple different things, multiple different reasons to sing and get out of your chair and be happy, not just wait for a high spot to go, holy shit, holy shit, right? Like you need
Right,
more.
and then you get Moxley with the elbow right to the back of the head. Can you do it? They ain't doing this dumb shit.
7.5 out of 10. Matchup technically, yeah, 7 out of 10. Spinning the wheel. Yeah, the lights went out. Fallon or JC need to beat Kalani. I think it might be Jasmine as kind of the lower girl on the totem pole, the way they're built. Jasmine might be the best of the three to kind of do it. And the other two kind of stay with main eventers and head that way.
Fair.
I'll
give you that. I will give you that.
I like anybody taking the belt off Kalani. I said it earlier, I think when you were on your break, that for me, Kalani's time has come. They've given her a little bit of a shine here. She doesn't have a whole lot going on for her. So yeah, let's figure that out. Zarya, that's going to be so hard to remember. Delta, yeah, she here.
We're waiting. I'm already just saying Zoltan or Delta because
Delta.
Like I said, when you were on your pause and they first popped up, I was trying to make like a Zarya joke, and it didn't fully connect in my brain.
7.
I couldn't execute it.
Clay saying 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10 from Richard. Riled up. There you go. Delta 7.5 out of 10, 7 out of 10. Zarya. The best part of the show, Mercedes was nowhere in sight. Wikipedia. Overbooked with Lonnie. Overbooked with Lonnie. 7.5 out of 10. 8 out of 10. 8.25 out of 10 knee pads. Zarya ending the show was great. Again, nice little surprise. We expected her there on Sunday. They give her a little teaser tonight. You get the visual of what she looked like. That, again, a badass kind of moment. I like it a lot.
Right. And I now just want to know why they couldn't call her Delta, because she comes out in the same look, same everything. And just, I understand. I get that there was obviously reasons. I now just want to know the reasons. Was it Delta Airlines? Was it, this, that, and the third? I'm just a curious weaver here. Pause.
Is there anything you're looking forward to on Dynamite tomorrow? Nick, is there anything that's been announced for Dynamite that you are excited about?
The end?
The end. How do you feel about
but I mean, I do still, it's Mark Briscoe. It is still, I guess it's a ladder war and everything instead of just a regular ladder match. But I'm waiting still for like a Froggy Bow. I'm hoping this man leaves still Ring of Honor champion. Like, send us on a good note here. We're facing the end of fucking civilization here with fucking Chris Jericho winning.
There's no point to run this match back unless Jericho wins. So that's my biggest fear with this. This match would be pointless for Mark to win again. But I think Jericho's going to win. I'm really looking forward to that match because if anybody knows out there, I'm going to have a lot of fun for that 20 minutes that match is on TV. But I'm not sure how I feel about Shelton Benjamin and Sammy, but it'll be interesting. We'll see what that means. I'm kind of curious to see what Moxley does.
Well, I like how they even have like the whole now warning label of like Moxley's here.
Right? Danger. Moxley's around. I get, at least they're presenting it and trying to sell us on it. I give them that.
Well, and if this is the way they're going to go, I'm fine with it. Like, I do enjoy the Moxley whole angle and everything, a bit of what they've done with it so far. If they're going to go with it. And I'm going for the ride. It's now the corny cookie cutter bullshit that's around it that now needs to fall by the wayside. You can't be half in, half out. If you're going to go. Don't pussyfoot.
Yeah, absolutely. How many men's match? I think the men's tag match we had, was that the only men's match tonight?
That was the only men's match. Was Hank and Tank. And then, because we started off with the women's tag. Yeah, so that was the only men's match tonight.
Yeah, there you go. 9 out of 10. 9 out of 9. The ladies showed out tonight. Tonight showed how great NXT women's division is, but the men's need to work apparently, so can't have one without the other apparently. So, I mean,
balance in your life.
What?
I said balance in your life.
Yeah, really good main event. I like it. Nobody messes with Zarya. Next should probably do Evolution PLE. They definitely feel like they're ready for it. They're closer than ever to redoing it and doing it properly and not needing to rely on like a large list of legends. You can have some, but you don't need as many as you did in the past.
I need to do it and not need even really to deviate and not. almost, I'll say this, of like not make it a thing with it still being a thing. Like you could do Lola versus Jaida. You could do, say, a Giulia versus Roxanne, a Stephanie versus a Cora, this, that, and the third. There's 3 to 4 matches right there. And that's just feels like a regular episode of NXT at this point, to where you could do it and not need to make it, oh, see, we're doing only just women's matches, so make sure you pay attention. You could just do a show that's all women's matches, and no one's going to notice, and no one's going to care.
Well, I think they'll notice. What do you mean?
Well, no, it's not. I'm saying that it's still going to be good. I'm saying you misinterpreting what I'm saying. Of like that is still going to be good. Like, think about it. We had an episode of NXT tonight. There was one men's match, and we literally took to the end of the show to where we're like, oh, that was the only men's match and everything. Not fucking exemplifying it and everything like that. You could just do it and it'd still be dope.
Yeah, I think so. But I think
the thing.
Yeah, but I also think people are looking forward to the opportunity to have it be an event based around the women and how right. So I get what you're saying to an extent, but I think we're looking for that big moment. I wonder if Lanny will do anything with our at RVD. RVD might be, I think, there's a possibility, but as far as Lonnie goes, maybe that'd be interesting if they high five, and I don't know how you tie that in, but I'm interested.
I guess me using Scorsese and Spielberg in my analogy was too far. I apologize.
So it wasn't just me. That's good news. Free Ricky. Ricky apparently not free for a long fucking time. And now we're literally getting to the point where this is WCW in a big way, where it's just hostages.
This is where you get the X-Pac promo. Does Ethan Page do the promo? If my buddy Ricky Starks and Ray Fennick could be here right now.
Penta says.
Right?
Oba Femi beat Crusifino in a squash, yeah. And then destroyed everybody.
Oh, fair enough. So dos amigos.
All right. I'm going to give tonight an 8. I highly enjoyed it. A lot of build for the pay-per-view. I even they made me like a Chase U segment, folks. So I'll give them marks on that. Again, I think that the women showed up and showed out tonight. You can't, like you said, I mean, we literally had to go back and recall what was happening with what did the men do tonight. So to me, it was a really nice all performance by this company tonight.
Brand. I'm like there, but like 7.5 feels a bit better to me, just a wee bit.
Okay.
Well, no, and it's literally like if I was even trying to find anything, it'd be splitting through hairs and everything like that. Like I could meet you at an 8. But I feel like I just need to at least throw out there like it might be more of a 7.5 here.
Okay, that's cool. 7.5 seems fair. I liked it. I think most people were in that range, 7.5, 8, some 9s up there. But yeah, I mean overall, solid NXT tonight. Like I said, the women showed out. I thought we got a lot of good matches from the opening to the close. Building a lot. I'm excited for Halloween Havoc. There's a stipulation on just about everything. So it should be really fun this Sunday when we're here. Do what MDB said. Like the stream, folks. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here for all the fun. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Share this link with everybody you know. We are this close. We are climbing and climbing and climbing. We want to get to 6K. We want to get beyond. We want to catch all those out there that have been doing it longer than us. So click all the buttons. Follow us on social. Click the Discord, go everywhere else. All the links are there. And if you just want to hear us talk, go check us out on Spotify or anywhere else you get your podcasting pleasures. But beyond that, good job, NXT. Great go-home show.
100% for it being the go-home show for Halloween Havoc. You've made me intrigued very much when it comes to Halloween Havoc. But yes, folks, go spread the good gospel of the Wrestling for Life Network. Be a Drew McIntyre instead of a Drew McIntyre, as I saw some people were pointing out the new Lance Archer attire. But 100% be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. Our shit is real, our shit is raw, our shit is authentic. When you're talking about that wrestling, put that for life, whatever.
Come back tomorrow. We got some dynamite. See you on the flip side. Good night.